Radio Mystery Theater presents... Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Each of us is a hostage to time and fortune. Our lives are handed over to what appears to be the random chances of an uncertain fate. So often, there seems to be no rhyme or reason for any of it. Or is there a plan? A great and grand master plan, where even the fall of a leaf is strictly scheduled and rigidly accounted for?
I have nothing against you.
Then let me go. Please let me go.
I'm sorry, I can't do that.
But that gun, you're pointing it at me.
I know.
You're going to kill me.
Only if I have to.
I never did anything to you. I don't even know you.
I'm sorry.
Don't kill me, please.
I have to.
Why?
So that everybody will know I'm serious.
Our mystery drama, Case Closed, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Sam Dan and stars Mandel Kramer. It is sponsored in part by Contact, the 12-hour cold capsule, and True Value hardware stores. I'll be back shortly with Act One. As the preacher says, there's nothing new under the sun. No matter how bad things may be today, someone will always come up with a reminder that things were worse in the past. Consider violence. If you think it's unsafe to walk the city streets today, why, it's a dance around the maypole compared to, say, 150 years ago. All right, now that we've got that in perspective, let us concern ourselves with a gentleman named Chester Allen Jones. Perhaps he is something new under the sun. In the past, crime, as a rule, was committed by criminals. But these days, it seems, all manner of respectable folk seem to be involved in it. Our story begins at 2:47 p.m. Wednesday afternoon, August 27th, according to a police report that is being prepared by Lieutenant Francis Xavier Fitzmaurice.
At which time the perpetrator, later to be identified as Chester Allen Jones, white, male, 43 years of age, did enter the premises of the Farmers and Mercantile Bank and Trust at North Main and 9th, where he approached the teller, Joanna V. Butler, and demanded...
Put all your money in this bag. Don't step on anything. Don't push anything. Don't try to signal anyone.
No, sir, I won't. I mean, I will not.
Got this revolver pointed straight at your heart.
Yes, I see.
Hurry up with the money.
Yes, sir, I'm trying to get it all in the bag, but my hands are shaking.
What's that?
What?
The police.
I didn't do anything. I swear I didn't do anything.
All right, come on from behind that counter. Walk out. Come on, move.
But don't shoot, please. Don't shoot.
Let the stick out. Everybody, shut up. You there. I could have put that bullet into your head. Now, everybody, shut up and don't make me shoot again. No. You. Stand in front of me.
Please.
Just stand right here and don't move.
Please.
Nobody in this place moves an inch. That's right.
Now, drop your weapon. Raise your hands or you can't get away.
Stay out. I'll kill people if you try to come in.
Now, don't be crazy. Nobody's hurt. Not yet. You're not in that much trouble. Now, be smart.
Don't try to rush me. I'm warning you. Don't try. You just stay right in front of me. All right, the rest of you clear out. Everybody out of the bank. You heard me. Start walking. All right, I'm allowing these people to leave. Don't try to come in. I still have one of them. You, the fat man there with the hat. Yes, you. Now, you'll be the last one out. That's right. Now, stand there. All right, now you go and close the door behind you. That's right.
What do you want? What are you going to do with me?
Move toward the window.
You're hurting my arm.
Don't fight me. Just go where I tell you.
What do you want?
Pull down the blinds.
The blinds?
I'll kill you if you try anything.
I won't. The blinds. The blinds.
That's right. Just let them drop. Good. Now the shutters.
The shutters?
The steel shutters that cover the windows and the door.
Yes, the shutters.
Go ahead.
I'm not sure. I know where the switch is located.
Drop the shutters.
But I tell you, I don't remember. Oh, I remember. I remember. It's here, by the door, right over here.
Do it.
This bank is about 30 feet by 40. The vault has an opening in the rear. The door left opens on the storeroom. Another door right is to kind of an employee's lounge or the bathroom. The only entrance is through the business office. The lounge does not have any windows. There's no way to get at him, except through the front. And he has the iron shutters down. There's no way he could be picked off. Besides, he has the hostage. At 3:15, an attempt was made to contact him. He opened the door a crack. We spoke through the shutters.
What do you want?
Sooner or later, you'll have to talk to somebody.
I know what you're trying to do.
Really? What am I trying to do?
You're trying to humor me.
Well, why would I want to do that?
You think you're dealing with some common hoodlum.
No, I never said anything like that.
I'm not your ordinary, everyday bank robber.
You're not?
You'd never guess who I am.
I wouldn't.
Never. Not in a million years. Go ahead, guess.
Well,
Think of the most unlikely person. Go ahead.
The Duke of Windsor.
Who?
The one who used to be the Prince of Wales. He gave up the throne.
You're not even close. I'm Chester Jones.
Oh. Glad to meet you, Mr. Jones. I'm Lieutenant Francis Xavier Fitzmaurice.
You never heard of me.
Well, now that you mention it, I think your name does ring a chord.
Now, you mustn't do that.
Do what?
Patronize me. There was no way you could ever have heard of me. They took care of that.
They?
They made sure no one would ever know how important I am.
Oh. Well, tell me, how important are you?
All right, I will. Have you ever heard of Trowbridge Industries? Trowbridge. That's always been his secret. You see, keep in the background. Just take the money and smile. Well, I'm chief engineer.
Oh?
We make those... Well, I can't talk about it because it's top secret. You understand, being a police officer.
Absolutely.
Just let me say that what we make is a tiny little bit of a thing. But without it, you couldn't get a fighter plane off the ground.
Is that a fact?
Now, I warn you, don't patronize me.
I am not. Believe me. I am very, very much impressed.
Now, I'm telling you this because I want you to realize that you're not dealing with some run-of-the-mill criminal.
Well, I was sure of that from the very beginning. Now, Jones, you have a young lady there with you.
Yes.
About the young lady.
Look, she is of no importance. She's merely a pawn in the game.
Well, you certainly have no intention of hurting her. You're too good and generous a man for that.
Good and generous, yes. I was always good and generous. That's why I'm a ruined man today. Good and generous no longer.
Well, then why don't you let the young lady go?
Let her go?
She never did you any harm. Why should she suffer?
I never did anyone any harm either. Why do I have to suffer?
Yeah, but surely...
Look, I don't want to talk anymore.
Just another few seconds, Mr. Jones.
I said I don't want to talk anymore.
For the next 3 hours, all efforts to make further contact were unavailing. It was suggested we bring his wife down to talk to him. I decided to talk to her first. Accordingly, I went to see her, 7 p.m.
You can't be serious.
He identified himself as Chester Allen Jones.
Well, there's obviously someone else by that name.
Chief engineer at Trowbridge Industries.
Well, perhaps someone is impersonating him.
Well, the holdup was televised on a special closed-circuit TV, beamed to a banking protective service. Now, look, here's a blow-up from her frame. Is this your husband?
Oh, it's impossible.
Is it true?
Well, it's Chester. It is Chester. Chester? Robbing a bank? Oh, it's ridiculous.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Jones.
How could he do this? I'm going right on down there. I'll make him see reason.
No, I'm afraid that's not possible, Mrs. Jones.
I know how to handle
But we
him.
can't allow him to become irritated in any way. He has a loaded revolver pointing at a hostage.
How long will you permit this to go on?
As long as it takes.
Oh, this is awful. This is absolutely awful.
I'm sure it is.
How will I ever be able to show my face to my friends again?
We decided not to involve the wife. At 10 p.m., we tried to make contact with Jones again. He refused to talk. This is a bad sign. In all these situations, the perpetrators are anxious to carry on a dialogue. It increases their sense of importance. They're excited by the very idea of negotiations. But how could we figure Jones? Unless we knew what Jones wanted, we would have no clue to him at all.
Are you going to kill me, Mr. Jones?
What?
I asked, are you going to kill me?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I haven't really thought about that. Right now, it's not important.
It's important to me.
Just don't try anything.
What can I try? All I see is the muzzle of that revolver. It's a big black hole, and it's pointing at me. And death can come out of there.
You talk too much.
Well, I'm sorry. But I have to do something. Up till now, I've been scared, terrified. But I can't keep that up forever. The fright goes away, and you're empty. I remember that expression from high school science. Nature abhors a vacuum, so I just fill myself up with talk. Well, don't mind me. It doesn't mean anything.
Nature does not abhor a vacuum.
But it...
Don't contradict me. I'm an engineer.
Yes, sir.
I'm a scientist. I know more about it than you do. That remark was uttered by Spinoza.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
You could tell that he was a philosopher, not a man of science. Nature does not abhor a vacuum.
She doesn't?
Nature is not a she or a he, not even an it. Nature is, that's all. And nature doesn't know, doesn't care, is not involved. Nature is a force that simply acts. Do you understand?
Oh, yes, sir, I understand. Mr. Jones.
What is it now?
Mr. Jones, are you going to kill me?
I already told you I don't know.
At 11:30 p.m., we succeeded in getting Mr. Jones to come to the door and talk with us again. We brought a tray of food and beverages. The plan was to have him let Miss Butler come to the door to pick it up, where we might have an opportunity to grab her and yank her out of there. But he was too smart for that. He made us place the tray on the ground and push it inside. He was constantly using her as a shield. We had no way to get at him. What was worse, we were unable to communicate. Mr. Jones, you can't go on like this indefinitely.
I've been going on indefinitely all my life.
Well, sir.
And so have you. Most people do. We just go on from day to day, living for the moment.
Mr. Jones, let me say to you again what I said to you at the very beginning. So far, nobody got hurt. Nothing too bad can happen to you. Just hand over your gun and walk out with the young lady. You'll wind up where the thing will be, well, you probably won't even go to jail. Mr. Jones, look, I'm not just saying this to get at you, it's the truth. Why don't you make it easy on everybody? Come on out. Mr. Jones, you know I'm right.
I can't do it.
Why not?
I just can't.
Well, why don't you tell us what you want, Mr. Jones? What do you want?
What do I want?
Yes, Mr. Jones. What do you want?
I don't know.
He's got a gun in one hand. The other hand holds a hostage. Half the city police force is arrayed outside against him. People are willing to be reasonable, to discuss it, but it's all for nothing, because he doesn't even know what he wants. Well, I know what I want. I want you to wait just a short while till I return with Act 2. Do not ask for what you want. You'll wish you'd never received it. So, at any rate, advise the philosophers. But what does Chester Allen Jones want? Money, obviously, because he's just been prevented from robbing a bank. But evidently, it goes deeper. How much deeper? That's the problem for Lieutenant Francis Xavier Fitzmaurice.
8 a.m., August 28th, Thursday. Breakfast was delivered to the bank, but Jones was too alert for us to have a chance to get at his hostage. His wife has been of no help to us. We decided to try his employer, Mr. J.R. Trowbridge.
Chester trying to rob a bank and barricading himself inside with a hostage?
That's right, Mr. Trowbridge.
Well, I guess it's worse than I thought.
Oh, what's worse than you thought, sir?
But could that have set him off?
What do you mean, sir?
Well, I'd given him a very bad piece of news in the morning.
How bad?
The worst. He was going to be out of a job.
Oh. In other words, you were going to fire him.
We were all going to be fired.
How's that?
The company was being taken over. It was a bad morning for poor Chester. I guess it was too much for him to take all at one time.
Well, can you describe what happened?
Well, it'd be a hard morning to forget. He got in about, we were 7:30 as usual. Trust him to arrive and be at work long before anyone else. Well, I got in at 9, and I went right to his office.
Oh, what is it, J.R.?
Well, there's at least 100 ways I could go about this.
Go about what?
Well, first, Chester, the board meeting's been called off.
Oh? Why?
Because it would be academic. There's nothing the present board decides would be of any value. We're being taken over.
What do you mean we're being taken over?
We are broke.
Broke? How can J.R. Trowbridge and Company be broke?
Well,
how can you be broke?
How? Well, that's a hell of a good question.
Oh, I wish you'd answer it.
Well, it's a complex question, Chester.
J.R., what happened? I mean, how can this company be broke?
Well, maybe I just don't know how to
we
run
have all those contracts, all this work.
Well, we're not making money on anything.
But why?
You keep asking, Chester, and I keep answering. I guess I just don't know how to run a company.
Oh, come on. J.R. Trowbridge? You know what that name means?
Oh, they'll keep the name. They'll keep the company name, all right. They'll even keep me on as vice president. Not to do anything, just to be visible.
And me?
I couldn't save you, Chester.
But I noticed that you did save yourself.
No, I'm sorry. They don't want you.
And you'd let them get rid of me?
No, now, in the first place, I had nothing to say about it. In the second place, don't you give me a hard time.
I mean, you've got a guilty conscience.
Yes, Chester. I do have a guilty conscience. That's been my trouble. When my father died, I should have fired you and all the other old-timers, but my conscience wouldn't let me.
Fire us? We made this company.
Oh, no, Chester. You didn't make this company. You made the old Trowbridge Company. But the world, times, they have passed you by.
You have the best research department in the entire industry.
Yes, I have. There isn't a single problem my research department can't solve, except one. How to make money.
I've been here for 20 years. I came here out of college. To be fired just like that?
Oh, it won't be just like that, Chester. The new people will do an efficiency study in order to determine
I gave everything to this company and to be kicked out.
No, you won't be kicked. When they formally decide to release you, you'll be given 3 months' pay.
Oh, that's very generous.
Yes, it is. Could have been given 2 weeks, you know.
Look, J.R., I need the job.
Chester, I tried to explain.
I know you did, but I'm broke.
Broke?
Yes.
But you've been making some very good money. How could you be broke?
Believe me.
Well, you don't live high.
J.R., I need money. I have got to hold on to this job.
Oh, Chester, I'm
flat broke. The best you can say is that you're sorry?
I don't see how you can be flat broke.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Rob a bank?
And you have no idea why he should be broke?
No, none at all.
Is there anyone else who might know?
Well, you might ask his wife.
Well, Mr. Trowbridge, I get the idea she may have contributed to the situation, but wouldn't be of too much help.
Yes, well, I suppose I'd better tell you. Lorna Hodges.
Lorna Hodges?
Yeah, she's a married woman. Chester has been going with her for some time. I know about it because he had to tell someone, you know, and as I understand it, they're very much in love. Maybe she can enlighten you.
August 10th, 10 a.m. Lorna Hodges, or Mrs. Randolph B. Hodges, is a woman of about 40. She lives in the suburbs around Clearview. Small, quiet lady.
He wasn't happy at home. Neither am I. You could say we found each other. We love each other.
He has no money. Why?
She drains him. His wife does. The clothes that woman wears. At a whim, she'll redecorate the house. She buys furniture, she buys art, jewelry.
Well, then there is something that can be turned into money.
Oh, she wouldn't give him a nickel.
Well, still, for a man like him to rob a bank.
Why do you say for a man like him?
Well, he's a respectable, law-abiding, established citizen.
His world came to an end. He's no longer chief engineer at Trowbridge Industries.
All right. But we have an immediate problem. He's locked himself into that bank. He has a hostage. And we have to get her out alive.
Yes, I know.
The problem is we just can't seem to reach him. I've tried to talk to him, but, I'm just a cop as far as he's concerned. His wife, well, that would make him worse than ever.
Yes, it would.
His best friend, or his former best friend, was his boss. I don't think he's in any mood for J.R. Trowbridge Jr. now.
I don't think so either.
So, who are we left with?
Well, I don't know.
I know. You.
Me?
Yes. You're in love with each other.
Yes.
He trusts you.
Yes.
Well, then, will you come down to the bank with me and try to talk to him? Mrs. Hodges, will you come down to the bank?
No.
But you're the only one he'll talk to.
I know.
Well, then why won't you come down to...
I can't.
A human life is at stake here.
I understand.
Well, then why...
Do you have to ask why?
Yes.
Because it's over. It's all over now between Chester and me. He'll go to jail or he'll go to an asylum. I suppose you could say I'm leaving a sinking ship.
Mrs. Hodges, as long as you brought it up, you know who leaves a sinking ship?
Yes, and they're smart. Is it better to drown?
I'm thinking of a girl who's looking at the muzzle of a revolver. She could die at any minute.
And you want me to die?
Well, why would you...
Maybe the sinking ship was a bad analogy. Perhaps it was. Did you ever hear of sati?
What?
Sati. It's an old-time custom in India. I understand they either got or are getting rid of it. You see, when a man dies, he's cremated, and his wife is cremated with him.
Now, what does that have to do with Jones?
Unofficially. Quietly, secretly, and to all intents and purposes, I am the equivalent of Chester's wife. But now he's dead. Do I have to die with him?
Why would you have to die?
Well, the headline in tomorrow's morning's paper. Mistress of Pratt Robert tries to talk him out of barricaded bank. That is how the media will handle it, won't they?
Well,
Well, what? I'll go up to the door of the bank with what do you call it? A bullhorn. And I'll say, Chester, come out of there. I love you. It's me, Lorna, darling. No, Lieutenant Fitzmaurice. I can't do it. I have 2 teenage children.
Doesn't Chester mean anything to you?
Oh, yes. As recently as yesterday, he meant everything. But he's gone. For me, he's dead now.
And you claim you were in love with him.
Oh, yes. But my life has to go on.
Mrs. Hodges.
I'm sorry, Lieutenant.
August 28th, 3 p.m. At this point, the siege was just about 24 hours old. We're still nowhere in terms of progress. He still refused to talk to us. We were still unable to find anyone who could talk effectively to him. It was suggested we ask a clergyman, but Jones refused to speak to him. We kept asking and asking. Mr. Jones, tell us, what do you want? What do you want?
What do I want?
Yes. What do you want?
I don't know.
Mr. Jones, what is it you want?
What?
The police keep asking. You keep saying you don't know. I don't believe it. You know what you want.
What are you talking about?
I don't think it's money. I'm not sure you really came in to rob the bank.
Of course I came in to rob the bank. What did it look like?
Well, sure, that's what it looked like. But how much money could you have gotten away with?
I don't know. A great deal, I suppose.
You suppose. You see, you just gave yourself away.
How?
Well, professional robbers know how much is available. They operate in teams. They don't go for a teller who only has a couple of thousand in her drawer. They go for the vault. You just blundered into the bank. I'm not sure you really wanted money.
That shows how much you know about the actual situation. I need a lot of money.
Maybe you do. But that wasn't why you tried to hold up the bank.
You know, you're an excellent example of non-scientific thinking. You refuse to accept basic facts. Number one, we have my need for money. Number two, we find me in a bank committing a robbery. Period.
Problem. It's because you're a scientist, an engineer, that I don't think you meant to rob the bank. If that was your intention, then...
Then what?
Well, then you'd have planned it better. You'd have used what you'd call the scientific method. You wouldn't just barge in waving a pistol like some juvenile delinquent.
You know, all this is very interesting, but the basic fact still remains. I did come in with a pistol. I did demand money.
That was just the first part of it.
What do you mean by the first part?
Oh, you were just going through certain motions.
Yes? What kind of motions?
I don't know. But your object was to arrive here.
I don't know what you mean by here.
Here. Where we're standing, here in the bank. Where you've barricaded yourself in. Where you're holding a hostage. This is where you wanted to be.
I think you're crazy.
I could be. But if money was what you really wanted, why not tell that to the police the next time they talk to you? You know how much money you need, want. Set the figure. Why don't you?
Because?
Why don't you tell them how much money you want?
Because I don't really want any money.
What do you want?
I don't know.
You do. You're afraid to say it. You don't want to come to grips with it just yet, but you know.
Look, I want you to shut up.
All right, but that won't change anything, will it? You know what you want.
Yes, I know.
Finally. But what does he really want? Can you guess? True to tradition, we've left a few clues scattered here and there during these past two acts. It's quite possible you already have the answer. Compare yours with ours when I return with Act 3 in just a few minutes. Who was it that said possession is worth 9 points in the law? Well, there's a law against robbing banks and barricading oneself with hostages. The problem, however, with laws seems to be that their violation and enforcement depends strictly on which side holds the upper hand.
1 a.m. Friday, August 29th. We've been told that the longer a siege like this lasts, the less likely the perpetrator will kill his hostage. But Chester Allen Jones is unlike anybody who's ever been in a spot like this before. He refuses to say what he wants.
Then you do know what you want.
Well, I said I did, didn't I? I guess I didn't until just now, but can you guess?
No.
I want my job.
Your job?
That's all I want. My job. I mean, other people do these things for money. Lots of money, or for a cause. Not me. I just want my job. That's all I ever wanted in the whole world. That job as chief engineer at Trowbridge. They're going to take it away from me.
Then why did you try to rob a bank?
Because I didn't see it that clearly at first. You see, when you're fired from a good job, your initial reaction is to worry about money. I mean, I'm in debt. I thought, well, I'll just get my hands on a lot of money. So I walked into your bank and I went up to your window and I told you to fill up the bag with money. Do you remember?
Oh, yes, I remember.
The minute I saw the money, I realized that wasn't what I wanted at all.
No?
Oh, I really didn't care about money. Believe me, money was something my wife needed. Oh, how she could go through money.
Why?
Oh, I'll tell you why. Because she's vain, she's self-centered and ostentatious.
Then why did you marry her?
Well, I can assure you she was not like that 20 years ago.
How did she get that way?
I misjudged her. She fooled me.
Maybe you fooled her.
What do you know about it?
Well, I'm only trying to...
Who are you? You're a $150 a week teller in a bank. I mean, what kind of a job is that?
If you're interested in a career...
You sit there day after day and fondle money that isn't yours.
I notice you're changing the subject.
What subject?
The general subject of why you married your wife and who misjudged whom.
None of this is any of your business.
In a way it is. Because I think I'm going to pay for it. You're going to kill me, aren't you?
I didn't say I would.
Can you say you won't? No. You'll have to kill me. You've gotten yourself into a blind alley. That seems to be your style. You lose your job. You rush out and try to rob a bank. I'll bet you met other big disappointments in crazy, violent ways, too.
I warn you, shut up, or I will kill you.
You're going to kill me anyhow.
Why did you say what you did about my wife, that she misjudged me?
Were you in love with each other when you were first married?
Yes. But that love died.
Love doesn't die. It can't. It has to be killed. Who killed it?
She did.
Oh, why?
What is this, the Spanish Inquisition? I gave her all the money she wanted.
Did she want anything else?
Money was all she ever wanted.
Were you rich when you married her?
Come on, I was fresh out of college. I didn't have a nickel.
Then why did she marry you?
Because...
Because she loved you. Did you return that love?
Oh, will you stop that? It's nonsense.
Did you spend time with her?
Look, if I didn't spend time at the plant, I wouldn't have made any of the money.
She wanted you. And all you ever gave her was money. After a while, money took your place. The money became all important.
Oh, that's where you're wrong. She didn't want love. That's why I looked for love elsewhere. I had to.
You did?
Lorna. Lorna understands me. Lorna loves me.
Who's Lorna?
A soft, sweet, beautiful woman.
Married, I'll bet.
How did you know?
Does it matter?
Her husband neglects her.
Just as you neglect your wife.
Look, we found each other.
And you're in love.
Deeply, completely in love.
Well, why don't each of you get a divorce and marry the other?
Because her husband wouldn't permit it. And Helen wouldn't let go of me either.
How hard have you tried?
What does that mean?
These days, if people want divorces badly enough, they can get them. But neither of you wants that. You're satisfied to meet now and then, here and there, have your little affair.
Don't use that word.
Give me a more accurate one. A few hours in some little out-of-the-way restaurant, an evening in a motel. You need each other for a romantic interlude. Husbands and wives can't have romance unless they work at it all the time. But strangers can kid each other and themselves.
We're in love.
Have it your way. Why are you stalling?
What are you talking about?
Why don't you tell the cops what you want? You're afraid to face it.
I'll show you who's afraid.
Friday, August 29th, 5 a.m. Chester Allen Jones called out to us. He wanted to talk. He was prepared to state his conditions for the release of Miss Joanna Butler.
I want to continue in my job as chief engineer at Trowbridge Industries.
That's what you want?
Yes, that's what I want, and that's what I must have. Otherwise, I'll kill her.
But
no buts, no ifs, and no maybes. I want an ironclad guarantee.
I've spoken to the new management.
Yes, Mr. Trowbridge?
Now, they're willing to make any statement, any promise that will satisfy Chester. Naturally, everybody wants the girl to be safe.
You understand, I had no choice but to bring this offer. I'm not sure that the demand should be met.
What are you saying, Lieutenant?
Well, we have to see this thing in perspective. This isn't, and unfortunately may not be, the only incident of its kind. See, we're setting a precedent.
Any agreement that the company makes was made under duress. Now, once the girl is safe, why...
that presents problems, too. For the future, it destroys the credibility of the police.
Very well. Yeah, well, he can continue for a while. You know, sooner or later, this whole business will blow over and be forgotten. Then he can be quietly released, fired for one reason or another.
Well, our basic objective is to get that girl out of there alive. We'll do whatever we have to. (11 a.m., August 29th. It was decided after a consultation with superior officers and psychiatric experts to meet the demands of Chester Allen Jones. I went to speak to him. I'm here to tell you, Mr. Jones, your demand has been met.
I want it in writing.
You've got it in writing.
Push it under the door.
All right. Now, there's no reason now why you can't let the girl go. Come out yourself, is there?
I'll think about it.
Well, what's there to think about?
What's there to think about, Mr. Jones?
I don't know.
But this is what you asked for.
Yes, this is what I demanded. We guarantee that Mr. Jones will continue as chief engineer at his present salary for as long as he desires.
Could you ask for more?
Well, they don't have to honor this agreement, once they get their hands on me.
Oh, then you don't believe them.
No. I believe them. They'll honor the bargain, not because they won't be inclined to break it, but because I can make myself so valuable that they beg me to stay.
Well, then what's wrong?
I'm not sure I want the job.
Why?
Because as I look back on it, it ruined my life.
Well, then what do you want?
Too late for that now.
Well, you can tell me.
No. I don't even want to tell it to myself.
2 p.m., August 29th. We've notified Jones that he's won his demand, yet he refuses to free his hostage. He refuses to do anything or say anything. We called in a psychiatrist. The psychiatrist was unable to make contact either. Jones will talk to no one but me, and then only when he wants to. The psychiatrist is very much concerned.
The problem could be that he's developed a siege mentality. All his life he's been under terrible pressures, but they were varied and widespread. Here, everything is concentrated into a single time and place. He doesn't want to lose it. And that's why you can expect him to keep inventing demand after demand.
Well, how long can that go on, Doctor?
Well, until he cracks or kills himself, kills the girl. Unless...
Unless what?
Unless we find out what he really wants.
Well, why doesn't he tell us?
Maybe he doesn't know.
I'm scared now. I know what he's doing. He's getting up the nerve to kill both himself and the girl. He sees some great dramatic climax for his life. If there was any way to do it, we would rush the place, but how?
When are you going to do it?
I'm sorry, but people have to be taught a lesson.
Could I write a note?
A note?
To my fiancé.
By dying, we can force people to look at the futility of their lives.
Whatever that means.
I see that so clearly.
I'm very much in love with a certain person. You can understand that.
Yes?
Then can I write him a private message?
All right.
Thank you.
I am sorry, I wish I didn't have to kill us.
Why do you have to kill us?
Well, you take a hostage, you make a demand. The demand isn't met, what are you to do?
But you haven't even made the demand, the true demand. Not the artificial one about the job.
I realize that.
Then make it.
There's no point to it. It could never happen.
Noon, August 30th. A sealed envelope was pushed out the door. It read, "From Joanna Butler to Charles Carroll." Miss Butler's mother told me she knew of no Charles Carroll. Evidently, then, the note was for us. So we opened it.
He wants his wife, not the wife he has now, but the wife she was in the beginning. He loves her. He loves her more than anything in the world. He wants to begin all over. If he can't, life isn't worth living. He'll kill himself, and unfortunately, me. It's in her hands. I can't blame her if she wants nothing ever to do with him. But if somehow she is as unhappy as he is, as frustrated and as in love, she can save us.
Mrs. Jones, will you read this letter?
What letter?
And after you've read it, you will decide whether or not you want to go and talk to your husband. The letter will tell you what he really wants. You'll have to decide if it's what you want, too. And you won't be able to fool him. Mr. Jones! Mr. Jones, you have a visitor.
I don't want to see anybody.
Not even me, Chet? Not even me?
Helen.
Chet, you know what I'd like to do tonight? Go out somewhere, get a sandwich, and go skating.
But the Paradise Rink's been closed these past 15 years.
Well, then we'll go to a movie.
But I don't have a job, Helen. I couldn't work there anymore.
Oh, that doesn't matter. I can teach school.
How can you teach school? You haven't worked in 15 years.
Well, then, we both have a problem, don't we?
2 p.m., August 30th. Chester Allen Jones surrendered. His hostage was freed, unhurt. Case closed from police standpoint. Respectfully submitted, Lieutenant Francis Xavier Fitzmaurice.
Case closed. Well, is any case ever closed? Miss Joanna V. Butler certainly developed under pressure, didn't she? We wonder what she's doing now. Chester underwent a battery of tests and, after a while, was quietly released again into civilian life. We assume he and Helen are happy somewhere in a new environment. As for me, I'm well and happy every time you agree to wait until I return. Things become more and more mechanized, computerized. We each become more and more a cog in an automated machine. We yearn for recognition, or at least an acknowledgement of our existence. And so, here and there, we try to wreck the impersonal machine that has become the world. And now and then, an individual succeeds in stopping the machine, if only for an instant, which is what the French factory workers did over 150 years ago when they threw their sabots, their wooden shoes, into the new machinery, from which we get the word sabotage, proving there is nothing new under the sun. Our cast included Mandel Kramer, Joe Silver, Evie Juster, Joan Shea, and Earl Hammond. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown.
And now, a preview of our next tale.
The Audley Company, your biggest and best customer.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
You know the one that you've been shipping all the engines to?
Well, sure. What about it?
They don't exist.
What'd you say?
There is no Audley Company.
Well, I'm waiting.
For what?
For the punchline, the rest of the joke.
That isn't a joke.
Come on, are you all right?
The plane made an emergency landing out of all places, Marston City, South Dakota. I had time on my hands, and so I decided to see this great Audley Company plant. You know, just to see it. But there isn't any plant, Ralph.
Oh, come on, you can't be serious.
Number 1 Oliphant Avenue is a run-down, seedy, falling-apart office building.
Honey, that's impossible.
The Audley Company is just a name on the door, along with 10 others or so. And it's just an address and a phone number.
This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
You, finding life rather dull, dreaming again of exotic places, wishing you were somewhere else, we offer you Escape.
Escape, designed to free you from the four walls of today for a half hour of high adventure.
Escape with us now to a small fishing boat off the California coast and a night of terror and death at the hands of a brilliant madman, as Bud A. Nelson tells it in his exciting story, 7 Hours to Freedom.
The Pacific Ocean off the coast of Southern California is usually thought of as calm and peaceful, where there's very little danger. But don't take the Pacific for granted, or you'll be writing your name in foam and throwing it into the wind. There can be trouble out there. All kinds of trouble. The winter months are the lean ones along the coast. Lou and I scrape the bottom of the barrel to make fuel and stores for my boat, the Merry Widow. Rigging for mackerel is fishing the hard way. You've seen the mackerel fleet sneak up on the coast. Those ghostly cities of lights offshore. Guys like Lou and myself trying to make a payload with lights and stinking chum. Mashed, marinated muck you toss overboard with your bare hands to attract the fish. We were anchored alone west of Point Doom Whistle Boy, about a mile out. It was dark except for the spot we flashed on the water and the flashing of headlights on Highway 101, where it dips down to the shore to get a run for Zuma Grade. There were mackerel around, and they were ready.
Come on, baby. Up you come.
And a boy, Lou. Keep him coming. I'll move the chum out into the light.
Hiya. Come on, kids. Free chow. Good, juicy, chovy paste. Come and get it. Oh, boy. They're hot. Payload.
They're swarming into the spot. Hey, work the edges, Lou.
Yeah.
They're about ready for the net. Oh, look at them. 3 or 4 pounders.
Show me a spot, boy. Lay it right in front of me. They're ready for the net.
Current's offshore. Drag toward me.
Right.
He's into him.
Oh, boy. They're hot and heavy. That net's alive.
Now, fill her up.
Dynamite. Green dynamite. Come on, kiddies. Come to pop.
Hey, beauties. Good boy, Lou. Keep him coming. Swamp us. That's the way it works, if you hit it. You forget the smell, the scum, the numbness in your hands, the icy water in your boots. You forget you're heaving 30 to 50 pounds on the end of an 8-foot pole. And you see dollars pile up in the bin boards on your deck. You forget everything around you until they're gone. And you notice that there is a world around you.
Here they go. School's out.
2 tons at least.
Yeah.
Looks like another wreck on Zuma Grade.
Yeah. Look at the headlights. People just can't pass up an accident.
It must be a pretty bad one. I'll take a boat any day. Here, let's get out of here. We can make it back in time for chow.
Yeah. 6 fried eggs seasoned with Tabasco sauce, bowl of chili, and a pot of black coffee.
It sounds good to me. Boy, that stuff sure gets cold.
Yeah.
Get the anchor. Let's get out of here.
Fire up. I'm for it. Okay. Run up on it. Dead in. Hold it.
What's the matter?
Anchor's fouled. Want to back down on it? Feels like rock.
Take a turn on the cleat. Let the swell break it loose.
Hey, she's really caught fast.
Wait a minute, Lou. Give me some slack. I'll back off.
What's wrong?
I don't know. Come here.
What's up?
Look. Company.
Yeah. What the devil are those guys doing out here in a little rowboat at this hour?
They're either drunk or crazy.
They're sport fishermen. But I don't see any tackle.
Ahoy there! Wait! Please wait!
Oh, they're in trouble.
Look. Guy in the stern. Hunched over.
You get the boat hook, Lou. I'll rig a fender.
That tide's doing more good than the oars are. These boys aren't seamen.
Nah. Watch the roll when he pulls you alongside. You in the bow, catch the rack. Hold yourself over.
Hold it on, Jake! We have an injured man here. Lend a hand.
Yeah, sure.
Down, get aboard. Ellis, help Stacy.
Help him? Dead weight.
Give me a hand. Thank you. Now, my injured friend.
You in the skiff. Yeah. Hand him to me. Yeah. Right here. Lift him as high as you can. Now, slip your hand out.
Okay.
There, I got him. Now, Lou, open the hatch to the cabin.
Right.
Move that gear off the bunk.
Unfortunate thing. Very unfortunate.
Hand me the first aid kit. On the bulkhead behind you.
Completely unnecessary. Efficient shooting, wouldn't you say? Perilously near the heart.
Yeah. Fatally near. Here, put the kit back. It's too late. How'd this happen?
Loaded gun. Yes. Loaded gun in expert hands.
This may be pretty funny to you, mister, but I don't think it'll go over very big with the police.
The police? No, I suppose not. Poor Stacy, his fourth and final loss.
Look, mister, what's the story?
Oh, that's right. You came in at the end. But first...
What's a gun for?
Your protection. And mine. Forgive me, young man, for pointing this at you. I use it only to establish command. Outside. Go on.
Burke, I'm getting pretty sick of your fancy yapping and no action.
Yeah, mastermind. You got us into this. Now come up with a way out.
My friends despise me, Captain. Look at them. Young Ellis.
Shut up, Burke. I warned you.
He's a coward, a thief, and a murderer who fancies himself equal to any known knife artist.
You know I'll kill you, don't you, Burke? If it's the last thing I do, I'll cut that fat off of you.
It will be the last thing you do, Ellis. And Dowd there. He killed 2 men, wasn't it, Dowd? 2 defenseless men.
Feed on, you greasy slob. You're digging your grave with your tongue.
And Stacy, poor dead Stacy.
Keep talking, Burke. Keep flapping your big mouth while the law sets up another trap. Why don't we get rid of these 2 punks and get moving?
Yeah, give me that gun, Burke. You ain't got the guts to do nothing. You're all talk. Give me that gun.
Stay right where you are, Ellis. You too, Dowd. I supplied the intelligence that saw us this far, and I really don't need you anymore. Sit down. Both of you sit down right by that tank.
Yeah, yellow, Burke. Plain dirty yellow. Make me sit down. Go on, Burke. Make me sit down.
I don't want to have to fire this gun. Sound carries over water.
Talk big, Burke, while you've got the gun.
The only gun, Dowd. That highway is swarming with police cars now. They're saying dead or alive. The choice is up to you. Make one move toward me or these fishermen, and I make the choice.
You make the choice. You chose to lead us into a trap because you didn't have the guts to shoot a measly highway cop. You got Stacy shot. You wrecked the car. Then you nearly drowned us in that leaky rowboat.
You can thank me in that leaky rowboat that you're alive right now. I feel very kindly toward that rowboat. Pull it aboard. Go on, pull it aboard. You two may need it. One false move and you'll find yourselves adrift. Captain, get the anchor up.
Take in what slack we can get, Lou. The line parts and parts.
You were set your course by this pistol, Captain. Our destination is Mexico.
Look, Burke,
A word of warning, Captain. I seem to stand alone. These fools I took through prison walls have turned against me. But I still have a pistol. How far is the international border?
7, 8 hours.
I prefer 7. 7 hours to freedom. My freedom. And 7 hours for us to consider your fate.
You can start out to count the laughs in the Red Skelton Show, but you'll wind up laughing so hard yourself you lose the count. No question about it, Red Skelton is a very funny man with a very funny show. And this fall you hear Red Skelton every Sunday evening on CBS. Rated a top comedian, Skelton has a special form of humor, a unique brand of madcap hilarity that leaves him gasping. You'll have a grand time. It's entertainment at its best. Be sure to listen to The Red Skelton Show every Sunday evening over most of these same CBS stations. And now, we return you to Escape.
Dawn broke with the Los Angeles harbor light well on our stern. The Merry Widow's bow pointed at Mexican waters, and the pistol in Burke's fat hand setting the course. The morning was foggy. Other things were clear. Someone along Zuma Beach would find their rowboat missing. We had a dead man in the cabin, and the lives of Lou and I hung on the whim of a fat maniac. Our only hope was a radio. I switched the frequency to Coast Guard, tripped the mic to transmit, and hoped that someone would be listening.
It's more pleasant up here on the bridge, Captain. The cabin is somewhat stuffy.
What's your master plan for the body?
Loathsome things, dead man. Much as I'd like to dispose of it, we can't risk cluttering our trail. Let us hope there will be no more. There needn't be, you know, if you cooperate.
Yeah, the Merry Widow's at your disposal, Mr. Burke. As long as you hold that gun on the crew, there's no choice but to take you to Mexico. We don't have too far to go. Just about due west of Long Beach, making 18 knots.
You are unduly nervous, Captain. Is it the pistol? Look at our friends huddled together down there in the stern. Planning my assassination, and no doubt yours. You understand the situation, don't you?
No.
Then I'll tell you. This gun and I are your buffers, your guardians against the plotters back there. In exchange for this protection, you give me transportation. In a few hours, I will be a free man, and I shall go my way alone.
Maybe.
Radio. The radio. I underestimated you, Captain. Very clever.
Well, I tried.
I assume I've been broadcasting for some time.
You have. Direct to United States Coast Guard.
I bow to you. How stupid of me. And you. Up to this point, you have shown some intelligence. These heroics give me no choice.
All right, go ahead and shoot. You'll pile into rocks before you hit San Diego. You'll never see Mexico. Lou's no pilot, and none of you are.
You're right. You are still useful. Resume your course.
Look, Burke, you're supposed to be the brains of the outfit. If you're even half smart, you'll get in that skiff and head for shore. You better not be on this boat when the Coast Guard catches up with us.
If you are a religious man, Captain, I would suggest that you pray they don't catch up with us.
Look, mister, my advice to you is to launch that skiff and hit for the beach.
You're a fool, Captain. Until your little stratagem shows tangible results, I wait. And you live. Resume your course.
Newport Harbor bore off our bow, swung a beam, and slid past the stern. With it went my hopes of help from the Coast Guard out of Newport. No more stations now until San Diego. At the foot of San Clemente's red tile roofs, I saw a Santa Fe streamliner rushing north towards Los Angeles. I wished I was on it and headed in the same direction.
How far are we from the border, Captain?
5, 6 hours.
Good. If the Coast Guard heard your radio, they don't seem to be rushing to your rescue.
Take another look, Burke. Dead ahead and bearing down.
Hold your course. Don't try to attract them or you die right where you stand. You, Lou!
Yeah?
Stay where you are. Hold your course, Captain.
Mister, that's a Coast Guard picket boat. They got guns.
Ellis, down. Stand up and wave. Make it look friendly. Don't overdo it. You, Captain, wave too. Wave, wave. Look at the fools. The friendly fools waving back. We're just friendly fishermen. They didn't even cut their speed.
2 herringbone wakes met, merged playfully, overlapped, and faded. With them went my hopes of help from outside. Our only chance now was to get Burke's gun. The fish knives. But they were back on the cleaning chute, neatly racked. I turned to look. Gone. 3 knives gone. My hand rested on the clutch lever, cast bronze, complete with grip and detachable. I had to get that gun. I tripped the key that locked the lever and...
Come here. I want to talk to you. Got a deal.
I've been expecting this. They're ready to cooperate. You, Lou, down the ladder. Just in case our good captain entertains any rash notions. You will be our hostage. Go ahead.
Happy to oblige.
Step right back to the little group, Lou. This conference may be of interest.
I watched helplessly while Lou led the way aft where 2 criminals sat, backs to the bait tank. They rose as Burke lurched toward them against every roll and pitch of the boat. Ellis suddenly stepped between Lou and Burke. The pistol roared harmlessly. Burke slumped balloon-like as Dowd tore the pistol from his hand. Ellis, knife in hand, kept slashing.
Enough, fellas! Lay off! No! Lay off, I said! Give me that knife! Give me it!
I said I'd cut him, the fat slob. He didn't believe me, eh? Look at him. Blubber. Blood and blubber.
Come on, Lou. Up that ladder there to your buddy. Go on!
Yes, sir.
Sit down there and stay put. You, Buster, keep this thing moving.
Which way?
Like Burke said, Mexico. As long as we come this far, we go all the way. Move in. Drive in closer to shore.
How close?
I'll tell you how close.
Hey, now, wait a minute. I'll pick out a spot to beach the skiff. Then we'll move back outside the 3-mile limit until dark, so that Mexican patrols can't find us.
Ain't that nice?
In the dark, I move in as close to shore as I can, and you go ashore in the skiff, and I head back up the coast.
Just like that, huh? Well, Buster, you'd better pick a good spot to make a landing, because you're going in with us.
Going in with you? What about this boat? Leave it and the Mexican authorities.
You're gonna drive this boat right up on the beach, that's what, right up on the beach.
Wreck it? Look, Dowd, we draw close to 10 feet of water. We'll ground a city block offshore.
So what? I can swim. I got nothing to worry about. You ain't gonna need this tub no more.
Look, Dowd. If we beach this boat, we mark the spot where you go ashore. But put in by skiff and you won't attract any attention. My radio's shot. It's 2 hours run back to San Diego. I can't holler anything that'll hurt you.
It ain't 2 hours to Mexican cops.
I can't go to Mexican cops. I haven't got a clearance. I'm not going to put into a Mexican port and have my boat impounded, am I?
I told you how it's going to be.
As soon as the Mexican authorities find this boat with bodies on board, they'll know you boys are over the border and how you got there.
Huh? Well, maybe you got something. Now, I'll talk it over with Ellis. Don't try nothing.
Lou? Yeah? I'm going to fake engine trouble. The master switch. One of us has to get down to the engines. The short hose on the manifold cooling system. Port engine side, Saltwater intake.
Yeah?
It's our only chance. Disconnect it. Foul the bilge pump screen.
Flood the bilges?
Yeah. We risk fire, but it's our only chance to frighten them guys into the skiff.
Cut it. He's coming back.
That's the way it's gonna be.
How?
Like I said first. Pile it on a beach. Now let's go.
Oh, okay.
Now, what's the matter?
Everything okay up there, Dowd?
I don't know. She just quit. We've been beating these engines. She's hot.
Get it going.
I'll have to get at the engines down below.
Oh, no, you don't. Step on the starter. Come on, try it.
It's hot, I tell you. 180 degrees. Oh, look for yourself. It's 40 degrees too hot.
What does that mean?
Means I gotta...
No, you don't. Lou, you know what to do?
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Check the oil filter first, and the screen ahead of the pump.
Wait a minute, you.
Okay.
Try it again first. Go on.
It's no use. The trouble's down the engine room. Go on, Lou.
Hey, Alice.
Yep.
Go down in the hole with this guy. Keep an eye on him.
Okay, sure. Come on! Come on, you. Hurry it up down there.
Tell him to try it now. I found the trouble. Tell him it's fixed.
Hey! Try it now, he says.
That was it. Piece of kelp in the screen. Plenty of water now. Plenty.
Good. Get going.
Plenty of water. All the salt water that should be flowing through the water jackets of two big exhaust pipes pouring into the bilges. And two red-hot manifolds absorbing all the heat of the two big engines. I took a sight on the hull. Chine line 2 feet above water. Bilge pumps sucking nothing but air. 10 minutes, riding 6 inches lower. Half hour, 1 foot down. 3/4 of an hour, 18 inches lower. Water would be climbing up to drown out the batteries. Exhaust pipes, white hot. I yanked the release on the CO2 system. White clouds sizzled up from below.
Fire! Fire, we're sinking! Bilges full of water! Filling fast, we're going down!
Well, what do we do, Captain?
Get the skiff over the side before she explodes. Fire extinguisher, Lou. Cover me, I'm going below. Get the skiff over. Don't stand there, Dowd.
Push it over the rail! We're getting Alice! Get out of here!
Wait! Jeff's down below! Wait! You can't leave us here to sink!
So long, suckers!
You all right down there, Jeff? Rats left us.
I'll be right up. Whew. We nearly overdid it. The wood was smoldering.
You're telling me. Batteries wet?
Inch to go.
Oh.
Boy, that manifold was hot. Nearly didn't make it.
Look at our friends beat water.
Yeah, this proves the story about rats and sinking ships. Come on, Lou. Up on the bridge. Watch their faces now.
Hey, did you drop the bilge pump back in the well?
No, we need that water in the bilges. Boy, we throw a wake like a little Queen Mary.
Turning up 2,800.
Still a little hot. I want 3,000. Look behind us. We're throwing a wake like a destroyer. Come on, baby. You big, big bird. 3,000. Churn. Come on, around. That's a nice, tight circle. Wrap.
What are you going to do? Crash him?
Nah. Gonna lasso him with a wake. We let chop hits their skiff from 4 sides. You think they're in a sou'easter?
Look at Dowd. Trying to get a bead on us. He's...
Hey, there they go. Capsized. That's just what I wanted.
Yeah. We're hanging onto the keel of the boat.
All right, let them dig wood for about half an hour. Brother, that water's cold.
You should know.
Hey, let's see if Dowd's still got a gun.
I can't tell. Looks like he
has. But he won't have for very long. His hands will get so numb you think they're sawed off. Set the bilge pump, Lou. We'll lighten ship while we wait. Oh, and on your way back, break out that bottle of Johnny Walker, huh? Might as well enjoy ourselves now that we got them guys where we want them. I wonder about prices, Lou.
Mackerel? $42.
No, I didn't mean that. I meant bounty. Reward. State of California owes us quite a little dough. Mileage, 2 ton of spoiled mackerel, 1 radio transmitter, and 4 escaped convicts. 2 of them on ice. Well, get the boat hook, Lou. The 2 live ones are ready for the gaff.
Escape is produced and directed by Norman MacDonald. Today we have brought you 7 Hours to Freedom by Bud A. Nelson, with Jack Moyle starred as Jeff. Featured in the cast were Stan Waxman, Jack Crucian, Barney Phillips, and Lou Krugman. The special music for Escape was arranged and played by Ivan Ditmars. Ladies and gentlemen, next week, Escape will present one of the most unusual and terrifying stories of recent years. The Earth Abides by George Stewart, especially adapted for radio by David Ellis. It's a story of such scope that the producers of Escape, to dramatize its full impact, are presenting it in 2 episodes. So listen next week when we bring you the story of a man who wakes one morning to find human life has practically vanished from the face of the earth. CBS's lovely red-headed Saturday night comedienne, Lucille Ball, pays an extra visit to CBS, the Star's address, tonight. Lucille will be the special guest of Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy. More famous guests, Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman, will pay one of their hilarious calls on Jack Benny. And don't forget, it's later today that Frank Sinatra starts his new Sunday afternoon series on this network over most of these same stations. Now, stay tuned for Make Believe Town, which follows immediately on most of the CBS stations. Roy Rowan speaking. This is CBS, where you spend an hour with Frank Sinatra every Sunday afternoon, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The CBS Radio Mystery Theater presents... Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Someone once said that we are what we eat. A statement I'd not dispute. But I think we might go a step further and say, at least with equal accuracy, that we are what we think. Curiously, though, our thoughts shape our lives, our very destinies. Most of us, as any psychiatrist will tell you, are motivated by thoughts so deep within our psyches that we're really not aware of them at all. In point of which, consider the strange case of Anton Stern.
But, Anton, please, Jonathan is dead. Our son died more than 6 months ago.
Stella, why do you do this to me? Why are you trying to break my heart?
Oh, my darling, break your heart. I'm trying to put the pieces back together again.
By lying to me? By telling me that Jonathan is back and... He's playing now. In the studio. Playing.
Anton, I hear nothing.
In the studio. Practicing. It's Jonathan, I tell you. Come, Stella. Come and see for yourself. Our son is alive. Our mystery drama, Concerto in Death, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by George Lothar and stars Marion Seldes and Ian Martin. It is sponsored in part by Sign-Off, the sinus medicines, and imported Vigna Rosé wine. I'll be back shortly with Act One. Here's... This is the strange story of what befell Anton Stern only a few years ago. A story few people know. Yes, I am talking about the celebrated conductor of the City Symphony. To begin this curious tale, I'll ask you to join me in the Stearns duplex apartment on Park Avenue in New York City. It is late afternoon of an overcast autumn day. In the gracious living room, we find Stella, Anton's lovely wife, and his equally attractive daughter, Rebecca.
Oh, Mother, stop pacing up and down. You'll be worn out by the time Father gets here. I can't help myself, Becky. I haven't seen him in 2 months. You should have gone on tour with him. Or at least spent some time with him in one city or another. I would have you know that if Dr. Edmonds hadn't advised against it. Well, I'll never understand why. Granted, Edmonds is one of the best psychiatrists in the country, but still, he felt that my presence during the tour might be too much of a reminder of Jonathan's death. Well, you know as well as I that the tour was largely arranged as therapy. I never realized what mental depression could do to a person till Jonathan collapsed and died while recording the Paganini First Violin Concerto. Your father conducting. Oh, what a terrible shock. To see your son, only 20 years old, drop dead before your eyes. Oh, I'm sorry, Mother. I brought it all back to you. It's all right, Becky, dear. I expected Jonathan's death sooner or later. I was prepared for it. Your father wasn't. But he knew of Jonathan's condition, his congenital heart condition, but he never believed. It frightened me. The way he kept insisting that Jonathan was alive. Imagined he heard him practicing in his studio upstairs. Well, thanks to Dr. Edmonds, he recovered. And 2 months on tour has brought full recovery. You're here. I'll answer the door, Olga. Becky, how do I look? Beautiful. Only don't look worried, Mother. Smile. Yes. Anton.
Stella.
Oh, Anton.
Stella, my darling.
Oh,
I miss you so. I know.
You too. I did.
I too. Oh, how I've missed you, and it's good to be home, Stella. It's good to be home. Oh, Rebecca.
Welcome home, Father.
Oh, thank you. It's good to see you, my dear. You were kept in practice while I was away?
Oh, yes. If I'd practiced any more, I'd have worn out the keyboard and the violin.
The violin? Oh, why waste your time? How many times have I told you why waste your time on the fiddle when your brother's a prodigy? You stick to the piano and leave the violin to your gifted brother. Believe me, you... What is it? Why are you all looking at me?
Well, you said... Well, you talk as as if Jonathan...
Well, where is he? Why isn't he here to greet me?
McNally, I thought you said, when we talked on the phone, you said...
I know what I said, and I know what I'm hearing. What, Anton? Where is he, that son of mine? Where is he? Oh, of course. In his studio. Always in his studio. Jonathan, I'm home. Your father's home.
McNally, you said he was all right.
He was. Heaven help us till we came through that door. He was.
Anton?
Yes, come in, Stella. All of you, come in. Are you all right, Anton? What? It's all right, Nah? To know that my only son is dead, that's all right?
You do know, then?
Oh, yes. But for an instant there, a few moments, I was sure I heard him practice. Just as he used to. And I rushed up here to the studio only to find emptiness. And then again, I knew he's dead. Dead.
Do you want us to call Dr. Edmonds?
I'm all right. I'm recovered. Well, as fully recovered as anyone can be after the death. His only son. You understand that?
Your only son? Yes, I understand.
What happened just now is just one of those things. Coming home after 2 months away got to me, that's all.
How about a drink, Anton? It's been a long tiring day for you. The plane trip from Seattle.
Yes. A drink would be good. Let's all go down and have one.
Come along, then, dear.
Stradivarius. Jonathan Stradivarius. Who moved it? Who? Well, don't just stare at me, all of you. The case, I placed it here on the table just so, with a bowl of flowers there and his photograph there, and it's been moved. Who's been touching this case, touching Jonathan's violin?
Well, I didn't know that you...
Wanted it untouched. But I said so. I made it clear. No other hand was ever to touch the Strad. You?
Father, I didn't know. I
didn't?
Father, it's got to be kept in condition. It's a priceless Stradivarius. It's got to be played.
And you
so that...
played it? You played Jonathan's violin?
Anton.
It was never to be touched. I said that. I made it clear never to be touched.
But Becky is your daughter, Jonathan's sister.
She's not Jonathan.
No. But I love you too, Father. Every bit as much as Jonathan did.
No, I love you, Rebecca, but I never touch this again, please. It was his. It's all I have left to remember him. It's sacred to me. Promise me you'll never touch it again.
I promise.
Yeah, more wine, Mac?
Thanks, Anton, of course. It goes well with the beef. Helga is still the finest cook in the world. She certainly hasn't lost her touch while we've been away, Stella.
No, and so long as she keeps her touch, I must be careful to keep her. You'd be astounded, McNally, at how many of our friends offer her more money to leave us for them.
Well, competition is competition. We'll ask Vladimir Oblensky, thanks to it.
The man who replaced Jonathan.
Oh, blast slipped out of my hand. That was clumsy of me.
No, of me. I'm sorry.
Because you mentioned Jonathan? Huh, nonsense. I tell you, I'm perfectly recovered.
Yes, Father.
We did lose Oblensky, as Mac says. He was not the finest concertmaster we ever had. Jonathan was that. No one can ever take his place, but Oblensky was good. Very good. He left us in Seattle. Tomorrow I must try out another a woman, Saskia, what's her name again?
Rubens. Better than Oblensky, ask me. Not as good as Jonathan. No one will ever replace him in the orchestra. Or in my heart. Speaking of Jonathan, Anton, Bakewell has asked me to talk to you again about releasing the Paganini First Violin Concerto.
You know my answer.
But, Anton, it was, if not the finest, certainly one of the finest things that Jonathan ever did.
And it killed him.
Anton, you can't.
I can and I do, Stella. As for you, Mac, it was without doubt the finest thing he ever did. Do you know why? Because he wanted it to be. He practiced and practiced and practiced until I warned him that he would kill himself if he didn't stop. His heart. I knew his heart wouldn't take it.
But the heart attack, it could have struck at any time, anywhere.
Oh, he was determined, my son, Mac. Determined to play it to perfection. Perfection. And he did. And because of it, he died in front of my very eyes.
Oh, Father. Father.
Leave me alone.
But, Father...
Rebecca!
Sorry. I'm sorry. Anton, she loves you as much as Jonathan did, perhaps even more.
More? Impossible. No one ever loved me as much as Jonathan.
But perhaps you never gave anyone else, gave Becky the chance.
Oh, why are you badgering me like this?
Anton, where are you going?
To the studio. And please, leave me alone there.
I'm sorry, Stella.
It's not your fault. You know how it's always been. With Anton, the sun rose and set on Jonathan. Becky, she was always second in his affections.
And now, with Jonathan gone, she wants to be first. Huh?
No, I don't think that. I think, I don't know, a young girl yearning for, reaching out for her father's love, that's all. She loves him. She wants him to love her, that's all.
Is it all?
What do you mean?
Jonathan is gone, Stella. But you know as well as I, he still stands between Becky and her father.
She's very pretty, Mac.
What, Becky? Oh, Saskia. Yes. And let's hope she plays as good as she looks.
Maybe we ought to move to one of the back rows.
Why now?
Well, I can see she's nervous. You know, a tryout. And sitting here, maybe she just...
Forget it. Saskia Rubens is a pro. And all pros have nerves.
All right, gentlemen, let's get on with it. Are you, ready, Miss Rubens?
Yes, Maestro.
Oh, you can take any moment you wish.
Well, it doesn't matter to me, Maestro. Whatever you want.
Ah, I see. You're very confident.
Oh, why shouldn't I be? I wouldn't be here for a tryout if I wasn't good.
Oh. Very well, we'll try the first movement after the introduction. Miss Rubens, perhaps you'd rather try the rondo.
Well, what was wrong?
You ask me what was wrong. You don't know?
No, I don't.
You don't know. You're playing notes, not heart. That's what's wrong. Notes without heart. You might as well tear up the music. We'll try it again. This time with expression, Miss Rubens. Very well. Here we go.
What now?
I don't know. Miss Rubens. That fingering.
Yes, Maestro.
did you get it from?
Get it from? I don't know. I suppose I've always used that fingering.
You copied it.
I beg your pardon.
You heard my son, or a recording in which he used that fingering.
Well, of course I've heard your son. I've heard every recording he ever made, but I've never copied.
Well, unconsciously, perhaps unconsciously.
Maestro, I have never copied anyone, including your son.
Ah. Well, then again, we'll try it again.
What, Becky?
Well, no one ever played that passage with exactly that fingering but Jonathan, because no one else could.
By heaven, I think you're right. But if you are, Becky, what does this mean?
I don't know what it means, Mac. I wish I did.
Saskia Rubens using the same fingering as Jonathan Stern? Is it a coincidence? Or is some arcane force at work? Even Rebecca Stern is confused and unable to say what is taking place. Well, perhaps matters will be clarified when I return shortly for Act 2. When Jonathan Stern, child prodigy and at 20, solo violinist of the City Symphony under his father Anton, died suddenly, Anton fell into a deep depression. Recovered, or so it seemed, he took the symphony on a 2-month tour, from which he returned a few days ago. Now in the City Concert Hall, as Anton tries out a new solo violinist, Saskia Rubens, something strange and baffling seems to be happening.
Stop! Stop! Is this some kind of joke, Miss Rubens? Some kind of grisly joke?
I don't know what you mean, Master.
No one has ever fingered that passage, played it the way you are, except my son, my dead son.
I've told you I don't know anything about that. If I am using his fingering, it's an accident, a coincidence.
Accident? Coincidence? Mac! I listen to him. You heard, is she using Jonathan's fingering or not? Well, she seems to be, yes.
But, Father...
And Mac, has anyone but Jonathan ever used that fingering? Not that I know of.
Father!
If this was an accident, Miss Rubens, it's the kind of accident I won't stomach. And I warn you not to repeat it.
You needn't worry about that, Maestro. I won't be here to repeat it.
That's fine with me. You can get out.
Father, will you listen to me?
What, Rebecca, what?
You've forgotten something. Jonathan was the only one who ever used that fingering because no one else ever could until now.
Well, yes, you're right. Only a prodigy, a genius like Jonathan could... How could I forget?
Well, you were shocked and upset.
But Rubens,
As I said, it's just an accident.
No, Rebecca, not that at all. Don't you see, daughter, don't you see?
Well, of course. By the greatest good fortune, you found someone else to replace Jonathan as a soloist.
Replacement? She's no replacement. She is Jonathan.
What do you mean?
Yes, what do you mean? Oh, he's returned. His spirit. That wasn't Saskia Rubens playing. That was Jonathan. And the fingering. Her hand, but Jonathan's spirit in that hand. Oh, why, don't you see? It was Jonathan's way of telling me he's returned. Mac, get her, Rubens, get her back for me.
Oh, now, the way she stormed out, I'm not sure I can.
You can, you will, Mac. You must. Well, Becky, good to see you again. Sit down. Cigarette?
Thank you, Dr. Edmonds. Thank you.
I read about your father's triumphant tour, I suppose it's called. Nothing but praise and acclaim for the orchestra and him. How is he? Did the tour turn out to be the therapy I felt sure it would be?
Well, that's why I'm here. I need your help for me as well as my father.
Something went wrong?
Well, when he arrived home nearly a week ago now, he thought... Well, it only lasted a few minutes. He thought Jonathan was still alive, that he could hear him practicing in the studio. Well, of course, when he went to the studio and Jonathan wasn't there, he realized it was just his imagination.
Well, these relapses do happen.
Yes, but the strangest thing happened yesterday afternoon. He was trying out a new violinist, Saskia Rubens.
Yes, I've heard of her.
Well, during the tryout, she played a passage the way Jonathan played it when he was alive, and she used the identical fingering that only Jonathan could use. And my father saw it, heard it.
Another little relapse? Huh?
I saw it and heard it too.
Oh?
Father thinks that Jonathan has returned to him. That using Saskia's body, his spirit and his genius has come back.
And you? What do you think?
Well, I don't know what to think. I've never been so confused. That's why I'm here.
Well, I treated your father's melancholia. Then when he went on tour, treated you for a milder, much milder depression. And once you faced the reason for your depression, you snapped out of it. Becky, what was... Tell me again, put it into words. What was the reason for your depression? Come now, Becky, say it.
I was glad Jonathan was dead.
Why?
Because he always stood between my father and me. That my father loved him more than me. He did. He did. All my life I've wanted my father's love. And when Jonathan died, I thought at last I'd have it. But I haven't. Especially now that he believes. That he believes.
That he believes Jonathan has returned.
Yes. Yes.
And that, Becky, is why you're confused. Unhappy. You've allowed your brain to recreate the ghost we got rid of together, you and I. Becky, Jonathan has not returned. Rubens, this fingering of hers or whatever, she plays that way, that's all. As simple as that.
Oh, you can convince me. But no one will ever convince my father.
Yes, well, someone, if not me, someone else had better. Because if he doesn't realize what he's come to believe just isn't so.
Yes. If he doesn't.
He'll lose his mind, Becky.
Anton.
Oh, yes, Stella?
Come down and have some lunch. All you do is sit here in Jonathan's studio holding his Stradivarius, fondling it, caressing it.
It was his. He loved it. I love it.
Yes, I know, but...
And I've had a thought. Sitting here holding the Strad, it's brought Jonathan closer, helping him to
Communicate.
Anton.
He gave me the thought.
What thought, Father? Oh, Becky.
At the concert tomorrow night, Saskia Rubens will play this Stradivarius. Jonathan's Stradivarius.
But you said no one must ever play it again. That no other hand but Jonathan's must ever touch it again.
It will be Jonathan's hand that plays it tomorrow.
Anton, my dear.
It will help Jonathan, his spirit, help it to return. Why, don't you understand? It's only Saskia's body that sits there, but it's Jonathan who plays. Her hands become his. It will be his hands that hold the Strad. Play it tomorrow night.
No.
Huh?
It will not be Jonathan's hands. It will be Saskia Rubens.
I tell you...
Betty, you're deluding yourself, and worse, you're letting your mind, your emotions get out of control again and play you tricks. And if these tricks go on, you will go mad.
Oh, you sound like Dr. Edmonds.
Well, I'm telling you what Dr. Edmonds said. I've just come from seeing him.
Seeing Edmonds? You?
Yes. I needed help for a depression of my own.
Oh. Oh, well, I'm glad you went to Edmonds. Oh, why should that upset me? After all, we were all saddened by Jonathan's death.
I was not saddened. I was glad. Becky, oh, my God.
You were glad? Glad Jonathan was dead?
Yes. Yes. And I'm sorry I was glad. I'm sorrier than I can tell you, but I couldn't help myself. You've got to understand.
Understand?
And
what kind of sister were you to rejoice in her brother's death? What kind of woman are you to be happy at anyone's death? What kind of daughter to take pleasure in my sorrow?
Oh, Father!
Get out. Get out of the studio and never, do you hear me? Never set foot in it again.
Father!
Out of the studio. Yes, and out of my life. Why, Mac, must you talk about this now, minutes before I go on?
I know it's not exactly the best moment, but Vic will ask me to ask you again.
And tell him the answer is no, and it will always be no. The Paganini killed Jonathan.
But, Anton...
Don't you understand why I can't release it? I couldn't bear to hear it.
I'm sorry, Anton. Forgive me.
It's the time. You gave Saskia the Strad?
Yes.
And told her why I want her to play it tonight?
I did.
And what did she say?
She said...
Oh, yes.
She said, tell him Saskia Rubens is the virtuoso tonight, not Jonathan Stern.
Oh, we'll see. We shall see. Come.
Seen him like this.
What do you mean?
I don't know. One minute he's irrational, I guess that's the word. And then the next, well, he talked about maybe he's to blame that Becky felt about Jonathan the way she felt.
He was. To a large extent, he was.
Saskia Rubens can play like that? Saskia Rubens is tonight's virtuoso.
Mac, what in the world? Why is Anton yelling at Saskia?
Like that. No one but Jonathan Stern.
What's happening to him?
Listen to him. It's not you. Not you. Jonathan is great.
Good Lord, he's talking to Saskia.
Jonathan. His spirit in your body.
Mac, he's He's gone crazy. Matthew's out of his mind.
Oh, good Lord. Come back. You're here. Play, my son. Play. Look, he's swaying back and forth. He's falling. Somebody catch him. Anton!
In a moment of high drama, certainly never before witnessed in the concert hall, Anton Stern crashes across the podium to lie unconscious on the stage floor as the audience and the orchestra sit in shocked astonishment. I'll return shortly for Act 3.
Here's an important message from Buick. Buick wants you to know that a cash rebate of $500 will be given to everyone who takes delivery of a new Buick Skyhawk by Friday, February 28, 1975. And a rebate of $200 will be given to those of you who take delivery of a Buick Skylark or Apollo by February 28th. Buick's cash rebate program is just one of many reasons for buying a free-spirited 1975 Skyhawk, Skylark, or Apollo. So see your Buick dealer.
Many families would like to visit their relatives in the upstate prisons, but they cannot afford it. So a few churches and other organizations got together to provide the buses and lodging so they may visit their relatives upstate.
The God we worship expects us to remember our neighbors and to help them. Join with others at your local church or synagogue and start treating your brothers and sisters like brothers and sisters. A public service of Religion in American Life, the Advertising Council, and this station.
Hello, I'm Helen Hayes. There's something very important happening in this country. High school students from 60 nations are living here for a year in the United States. They're learning about us, about our families, our schools, our communities. And we're learning from them. It happens through American Field Service, AFS, and the thousands of people who give their time to help others. Volunteers help find families to host students. They arrange activities in the community and help raise scholarship funds. AFS is an exciting and rewarding activity that deserves a place in your town or your city. To find out how you can help bring an international experience to your school and community, write AFS 313 East 43rd Street, New York, New York. That's AFS 313 East 43rd Street, New York, New York.
This is WBBM Chicago. News Radio 78, the time 11:07, 26 degrees at Midway Airport.
Unable to face the death of his son, Anton Stern, conductor of the City Symphony, vacillates between reality when he knows Jonathan to be dead and fantasy when only minutes ago he believed Jonathan's spirit had taken possession of violinist Saskia Rubens in the rendition of the Mendelssohn Violin Concerto. Now, in Anton's dressing room,
Lay him on the couch. Now, gently, lads. Thank you, boys. Well, close the door as you go out, will you? Mark? Take it easy, Anton. You're going to be all right. No, what happened? I must have fainted. I don't know. Yes?
Detti, let us in. How is he? Oh, Anton, what happened out there?
I don't remember. No, wait. It comes back to me now.
Yes, Father. What?
Jonathan. It worked. What worked? The Strad. Letting Saskia play John's violin tonight. It brought him back from the dead.
Anton, you must stop believing such nonsense.
He was there before me on the stage, using Saskia, her body, her hands. The Strad is the link, the bond that holds Jonathan to this world. We can keep in touch, my son and I, through that Strad.
Father, you must.
Don't tell me what to do or not to do, Rebecca. think I don't know what you're up to?
Up to?
You wish to keep us apart, your brother and I.
No.
Because you were always jealous of him, envious of him.
No.
You told me, admitted you were glad he was dead.
Anton, she never meant that.
He said it. Get her out of here.
Anton.
Out of my sight. Out. In heaven's name, Anton.
It's all right, Mac. I better go. He's out of his mind, Mac. He's out of his mind.
Get the strad from Saskia, Mac. Just as soon as... No. Get it now. You needn't tell me why you're here, Becky. The papers are full of what happened last night.
Yes, but Dr. Edmonds, they say nothing about what went on in my father's dressing room afterward. Nothing about Jonathan Stradivarius.
Well, no. Tell me.
Well, you know that after Jonathan died, my father put the Strad in its case and closed it and placed it in Jonathan's studio, flanked by vases of flowers, a sort of a shrine.
Yes. And also it was his intention that no one should ever play it again.
Yes, so it came as a shock to us all when he decided to let Rubens play it at last night's concert.
Why did he do a thing like that?
He got it into his head that Jonathan was using Rubens' body to return to Earth.
And if Rubens played Jonathan's favorite violin...
It would doubly ensure Jonathan's return.
He's convinced it did?
Absolutely certain.
What else happened last night, Becky?
Well, he believes that I want to stand between him and Jonathan, that I always was envious and resentful of Jonathan. And
well, you were.
Well, I know. But you cured me of that. You made me realize it wasn't Jonathan's fame I wanted, but my father's love. And now that I want it more than ever, and want to give him my love to comfort him, he refuses to see me.
He'll change his mind.
I don't think so.
Yes, he will. He loves you, Becky. Loves you every bit as much as he ever loved Jonathan.
Oh, then why hasn't he ever shown it?
Maybe he's never thought he had to. Maybe he's always believed you knew it.
Oh, he's never said.
Exactly. Never said. Never opened his heart in words. That's half the trouble with the world, Becky.
Is it too late for us, my father and me?
It may be. So much depends on how deep he's gone into this psychosis of his.
Psychosis?
He's become fixated on the Stradivarius. Well, there are two ways to cure a fixation. You can either gently pry the patient away from it, a procedure that can take years, or you can risk smashing it.
And in my father's case?
Knowing him as I do, I would be for smashing it. There's risk involved, grave risk, but also calculated risk. The question in my mind is...
Yes?
Are you willing to take that risk?
I?
You. Put it another way, Becky. Do you love your father as much as you think you do? Love him enough to risk his life and yours?
Anton, put the Stradivarius back on the table. Stop holding it, fondling it, caressing it.
It will bring him back to me. He'll come. I know he'll come.
Anton, dearest Anton, you delude yourself. Jonathan is dead.
There is no such thing as death. If you believe in life.
I want to believe. I loved him, miss him as much as you, but I won't. I can't delude myself.
Leave me, Stella. Leave me alone.
Come downstairs. I'll have Olga make tea.
No, I'll stay here.
Anton.
Here.
Thank you, Olga. I'll pour. Mac, you'd rather not have a drink?
Oh, no, Stella. Tea's fine. If we could only persuade him to see Edmonds again.
Oh, I tried. It's no use.
I lay it on the line, Stella. This could mean the end of Antoine's career.
Don't say that, Mac.
Every penny had to be refunded for the concert the other night. The board of directors called me on the carpet this morning. They know there's something seriously wrong with Antoine.
Well, I'm afraid we know that, too.
And then there's Bakewell. He says the recording company will sue if Antoine goes on refusing to release Jonathan's last recording.
Oh, Becky. Mother. Mac?
Oh, boy, get those eyes. Oh, you poor kid. This has really got you down, hasn't it?
But not out, Mac. I've just come from seeing Dr. Edmonds. Well, why did you go to see Edmonds? What good can he do?
Your mother's right, Becky. Now, don't get me wrong. Edmonds did his best, but it wasn't good enough.
He's upstairs, brooding in Jonathan's room. If he isn't already mad, Becky, he soon will be. But that's why we've got to do something drastic.
What do you mean, drastic?
Edmonds says that Father's become fixated on Jonathan's violin, the Strad, because, in effect, it replaces Jonathan physically. It's all that's left of Jonathan.
Well, I think we're all aware of that.
Yes, well, Edmund says there are two courses open to us. One would be the treatment that would take years and might not be successful. And the other is to take the drastic action that I just mentioned and smash the fixation.
Smash it?
To bits. But if we take the second course, in Edmund's words, it could kill Father. And me. What do you mean? I mean that if I fail...
You will do this, whatever it is?
I'm the only one who can. If I succeed, Father will be well again, and in another way, in a special way, so will I. But if I fail, he can... Well, he very likely will be driven into hopeless insanity, in which case he'd be better off dead.
And you?
Becky, you... Oh, I'd be better off dead, too.
And no one played the Tchaikovsky the way Jonathan did. No one ever could. Genius. Sheer genius. Mac, you heard him, and you, Stella.
Anton, eat your dinner. It's getting cold.
All more wine, please.
You're drinking, too.
And even practicing. Why, when he practiced up there in the studio, I would listen for hours on end. Such sweetness of intonation, such delicacy of fingering and bowing, and why, I can hear that now. So clearly, so sweetly, I would almost swear he was in the studio now, practicing this very minute, practicing. I enjoyed his practice, too. Why, it was a privilege to hear him, Anton. You know, if I shut my eyes, I believe I could almost hear him.
Anton?
I do hear. What? No, listen.
I hear nothing.
I do.
Oh, no, Anton.
I hear him. He's come back. His spirit came back. The studio. He's there now. Jonathan. Jonathan.
Please, God, make it work.
What is this? What?
I'm practicing. What else?
You in your hands, his violin, you dare?
You don't see what's so daring.
You are not to play it, not to touch it. I warned you. It is Jonathan's violin. Jonathan.
Well, seeing that Jonathan's dead.
He's not dead. His spirit lives.
Well, so does mine, and so does my body. He can't play it. I can.
He played it last night.
Oh, Rubens played it, not Jonathan. Just as I'm playing it now, not Jonathan.
Sacrilege. Give me that.
No, I'll smash it first.
Are you out of your mind?
No, you are. You can think of nothing but Jonathan, always Jonathan, and because of that you become fixated on this piece of wood and catgut.
Oh, catgut.
You think you're the only person in the world who mourns Jonathan. You think you're the only one with feelings. You think Mother didn't die a death with Jonathan. That I didn't. That Mac didn't. Oh, you selfish man, crying and begging for a little thing that was Jonathan, this fiddle.
Give it to me.
Oh, very well, I'll give it to you. But first, over my knee.
Oh, no.
And then against the wall.
No. No. No.
Yes. Take it.
Splinters. Pieces. Becky. How could you do this?
Oh, because I love you. And you love me. Oh, Father, I can't bear it, but I must tell you. That look on your face. It isn't the Strad. It's a copy.
No. Not the Strad? Jonathan Strad?
Could I destroy that?
But
even if I could, there was no need. It wasn't a violin that had to be destroyed, only what it meant to you. I didn't break a violin. I broke your madness.
Do you know? I think you did. When you smashed it, splintered it, inside me, something, I don't know, it's smashed and splintered too.
But it might not have. You might have been smashed and splintered. It was a risk I had to take.
And you took it, Becky. Because you love me.
I've always loved you. Didn't you know that?
Oh, yes. And I love you. Only
what?
Till now, I never knew how much.
They say that when something is broken and mended, it is stronger than ever before. Does that apply to the human heart, do you suppose? I don't know about yours, but my heart's been broken more than once, and I'm still around. Well, my heart may not be stronger, but it's a lot wiser. Yours, too? I'll be back in a moment.
I want that sinus medicine.
Headache tablets?
No, sinus medicine. Sinus tablets. Helps the headache under pressure.
Oh, you mean sign-off.
Exactly.
Headache pain is one thing. A sinus headache is something else. Sometimes your whole face can seem to throb with pain. You want relief. Take Sign-Off tablets. Sineoff, the sinus medicine that gives you a full dose of pure aspirin plus a sinus drainer. Sign-Off, the sinus medicine that helps relieve sinus pain while you drain. And Sign-Off doesn't stop there. Have you tried Sign-Off Sinus Spray, the fastest known form of sinus congestion relief? It works in seconds. That's Sign-Off Sinus Spray. When sinus flares up, use Sign-Off tablets and spray, only as directed.
Sineoff.
Sign-Off.
Exactly.
Sign-Off, the sinus medicines in the bright red box. Speaking of wiser hearts, as we were, Anton Stearns is much wiser. One thing Anton learned after a long chat with Dr. Edmonds was to tell someone of the love within him. Honestly, we just don't do it enough, none of us. Our cast included Ian Martin, Marion Seldes, Carol Teitel, and Lon Clark. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. And now, a preview of our next tale.
I can't understand why you keep asking people to take you away with them, Lucas. I think you ought to make up your mind to get out of here, Mr. Alberton, not just so as you can take me with you, but for your own good. Maybe they'll still let you go.
Let us go?
Well, damn well let us go if we want to go. I sure hope so. We could still leave tonight. Better chance to get away after dark than in the daytime. Now, look, you're going to have to explain that, Lucas. If you want us to take you away with us in case we go, well, you're going to have to tell us what is going on here. Well, they're all dead, you know. Not me. I don't think. But all the rest of them's dead as dead can be. Been dead for years.
Radio Mystery Theater was sponsored in part by Buick Motor Division. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
Chicago News Radio 78.
Tired of the everyday grind? Ever dream of a life of romantic adventure? Want to get away from it all?
We offer you Escape. Escape, designed to free you from the four walls of today for a half hour of high adventure.
You are hiding in the middle of a great forest, quiet as a shadow, while closing in on you, hunting you down like an animal, is a silent archer who will kill you with an arrow through the heart.
Listen now as Escape brings you Anthony Ellis's adaptation of the classic story, Robert of Huntingdon.
Let it be known by all present that a sum of 100 pounds is placed upon the head of the outlaw, Robert of Huntingdon. And that an additional 50 pounds is to be the reward for whomsoever shall maim, kill, or capture the following. The felons Little John, Will Scarlett, Will Stutley, Nick Much, the friar known as Tuck, Gamble Gold, Helena Dale, Arthur of Bland, David Doncaster, Gilbert of the White Hand.
That proclamation was by order of His Worship, the Sheriff of Nottingham, in whose house a meeting was taking place.
Robin Hood! Robin Hood! I'm sick of the sound of that name. Something's got to be done. It's gone too far. They shoot the king's deer in the king's forest. Why, they call it their forest. Nobody's safe anymore. Beggar, tinker, bishop, nobody. It's got to stop. Now, I want Sir Martin of Matlock to say a few words. He's offered his services in the name of the king and myself, Sir Martin.
Well, lords, gentlemen, seems quite obvious that your attempts to put a stop to this Robin Hood have been anything but successful. I've heard it said that more than once the sheriff himself has been tied backwards on an ass and sent trotting home.
Quiet, quiet. We know all about that, Sir Martin. Do you mind getting to the point?
All right. The point is that in Sherwood Forest there's a band of about 140 who fancy themselves the savior of the poor and the scourge of the rich. Well, that's an old story, and one I'm sure we've come to know pretty well. Any excuse for outlawry. Well, I propose to stop them, to gather a force of men, 100 mounted, 100 archers, and 100 foot soldiers go into that forest and exterminate Robin Hood with the others once and for all.
Wait. We can't afford to give you such an army without some kind of plan. And besides, most of our best men lie buried there as it is. What you're proposing has been tried. It's nothing new. You don't know these outlaws as we do.
I have a plan, Your Worship.
Oh?
I'll go into the forest alone.
Alone?
These outlaws don't know me, and I think because of that, I'll be able to succeed.
How?
Let's say I pretend to be a wronged yeoman. They take me in to become one of the band. I find out their weakness, their sentry posts, everything I can to help us when the time comes for attack.
It's very dangerous, you know. We won't be able to help you if they don't believe your story.
Yeah? It's my life, Your Worship. I can do what I want with it. If I fail, you've lost nothing. If I succeed...
All right.
And the rest of you? Good. Give me a week. I'll get word to you when the time comes. My signal for the attack will be a blast on this horn. And now, my lords and gentlemen, I'll disguise myself as a poor but honest yeoman, foully wronged by his worship, the Sheriff of Nottingham.
The sheriff had made an ally in Sir Martin of Matlock, and with him the hope that his worst enemy, Robin Hood, would at last be brought to justice. In Sherwood Forest, two men dressed in Lincoln green sat lazily beside a brook. One tall, handsome, his cap set carelessly at an angle on his head, shading the eyes from the sun. The other man, a giant, at least 7 feet, and an ell or more around the waist, chewing and sucking at the marrow of an entire oxen thigh bone.
I'm going to have to speak to Nick Much about the quality of the sheriff's beef, Robin.
Little John. And I've been thinking.
Oh, sir.
When was the last time the Sheriff of Nottingham came to Sherwood?
I remember. It was when Nick Much and I brought him. Remember we tied him backwards?
Yes, I remember. It's more than a year ago, wasn't it? Doesn't it seem strange to you?
Strange?
Yes.
Well, no, dull, maybe. Life isn't the same without that nasty little toad to worry.
Robin, you've got an idea.
We go to Nottingham, huh? We could do it again. 20 men storm his house.
No, I wasn't thinking of that. But, I have a feeling that something is wrong. He's up to something. I can feel it. The forest has been too quiet, and we haven't been bothered for a long time.
I notice you're growing the beginning of a pot.
Don't talk to me about pots, you great cumbersome hog. Little John. Wait a minute.
What?
Listen.
To what?
Someone's coming. Pick up your bow. Give me cover from the trees over there. I'll wait here. See who it is.
Be careful, Robin.
Morning, stranger.
Well, good morning to you, my friend.
I seem to have lost my way. Can you tell me where I am?
Certainly. This is Sherwood Forest. Where are you going?
Nowhere. Anywhere.
Where do you come from?
Nottingham.
Huh?
Yes, today, thanks to the sheriff, I lost my cottage, my cow, my land, everything.
Oh? I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I know the forest well enough. If you like, I'll guide you through it.
Thanks. But, I'm looking for a man here, a particular man.
Oh?
Robin Hood. Possibly you know him. He's called an outlaw by some, but there are others who swear by him.
Yes, I know. Do you mind if I ask you why you want to find him?
Well, they say he's always in need of good yeomen. Now that I'm a felon in the eyes of the king, I've nothing much to live for, unless he takes me into his company.
Well, what is this nasty thing that you did?
It was one of the king's deer. I shot it and was seen by a forester.
Yeah.
I escaped with my life, my longbow, and these arrows.
Uh-huh. Now, from the look of your eye, I'd say you have the making of an archer. Little John?
Yes?
What's your name, my friend?
Martin Greenleaf.
Ah, this little fellow coming here is called Little John. Martin Greenleaf wants to join the band of Sherwood Forest.
I heard the talk. What are you called?
Robin Hood.
Well, I wasn't sure.
Take him to David Doncaster, Little John. Have him measured for a suit of green. And then tell Nick Much to prepare some food for him. Welcome to Sherwood, Martin Greenleaf. I think you can see to it that you'll never have regrets for today.
So, according to his plan, Sir Martin of Matlock was received with all the hospitality and kindness the outlaws could give. Only one looked on the newcomer with a jaundiced eye, Little John. Friar Tuck came upon the giant, sullenly whittling a shaving of wood.
And what's the matter with you, little man, huh? A face like that is enough to make a bee's nectar sour. Now, why aren't you at table feasting with that newcomer, Martin?
Fat friar.
Huh?
Go away. I didn't ask for your company.
Oh, save us all. I don't like yours either. That's no answer to my question.
All right, then. I don't like him. This Martin Greenleaf.
Oh?
I don't know why. Robin's too easy. He's a mark for a sad story. This fellow's told one, that's all.
And if the story is true?
If. I'd rather have found that out before inviting him to join us.
You are a suspicious chap.
Yeah, well, go on back and stuff yourself. I didn't ask you here.
Where are you going, chap?
To look for better company.
But Little John had another idea. He dressed himself in the disguise of a tailor, and carrying nothing but a stave and a dagger, he made his way to Nottingham, where he hoped to find out what he could about Martin Greenleaf. But luck wasn't with him, because he'd gone less than a mile beyond the forest when he was seen by 6 of the sheriff's henchmen. And because of his great height, they recognized him.
I tell you it is. It's Little John. I've seen him before when we fought the outlaws in the forest. Take him!
Yeah! No, you
But the odds were too great, and finally Little John was taken prisoner into Nottingham, where he was locked in prison to await the sheriff's displeasure. It was Will Scarlett who heard the news from a friendly tinker and carried it to the outlaws.
Robin! Quiet, all of you, quiet!
Quiet! What's the matter, Will?
Little John.
Well, what about Little John?
The sheriff's men took him by surprise. They've got him now, in Nottingham.
Where? When? He was here a little while ago.
That's all I can tell you. On the Nottingham Road, the tinker swears it was Little John.
All right, we'll go to Nottingham then.
And I'll tell you for one, I'll pick out the sheriff's heart and throw it to the dogs when we come back.
We will return to Escape and tonight's story, Robert of Huntingdon, in just a moment. For stirring chorus singing, lend your ears to the Choral Ears every Sunday night on most of these same CBS radio stations. Yes, later tonight, enjoy the Choral Ears. And now, back to Escape.
When Sir Martin of Matlock heard the news, he smiled. He hadn't expected things to work so well, so quickly. But also the suddenness of the event had taken him by surprise, and he had to find a way to warn the sheriff of Robin Hood's decision. Because every available man would be needed in the attempt to free Little John, Robin gave the spy a sword and arrows, and the men in Lincoln Green began the march through Sherwood to Nottingham. They stopped at the edge of the forest, and Robin called a council meeting.
We'll wait until it gets dark.
Oh, but every hour, Robin, every minute we wait, Little John has less of a chance.
Chance? What chance do you think we'd have if we attacked in daylight?
That's it, Will. That's why we've got to wait.
Well, I say curse the daylight and curse the sacrifice. While we're talking, Little John may be dying.
There's no other choice, Nick. Darkness is only about 2 hours away. With it, we'll have an element of surprise. Without that, we're finished. And so is Little John.
No. Can I say something, Robin?
What? Oh, Martin Greenleaf, of course.
Wouldn't I be the least likely to be recognized among you? I mean, supposing I went to the prison alone, say as a pasty maker, selling my wares to the guards.
You've got a lot of courage, Martin, but...
But what?
You know, it may be the thing.
Robin,
If you were to make yourself known to the guards, they might not suspect. When they're relieved of duty and replaced by others for the night, that might be our chance. While they're changing, if you could give us the signal to attack.
3 blasts on my horn.
Yes, 3.
All right.
If you are suspected, though, you know what it will mean.
I'll take that chance. You took one with me, didn't you, Robin?
All right, Martin. Do we all agree on it?
All agree.
You better leave your sword and bow with us. We'll have them for you ready when the time comes. And good luck, Martin.
You naughty, naughty man. You're going to pay for all these years, you know. I've waited a long time for this. Perhaps you thought I'd forgotten your treatment of me the last time I was forced to go with you into the forest.
Tight you are.
Silence! You'll pay. You're going to pay. Slowly. Slowly.
Having to listen to you is payment enough, you nasty little maggot.
Silence! You wait. You won't be laughing long. First, there's a little matter of your master, Robin Hood. I've got a surprise for him, don't you worry. Couldn't be better. We won't have to bring him out of hiding. He'll come to us. I know if he'll try to do something heroic.
Then I was right.
Oh, yes, you were right. Well, come. When they do, we'll be ready. 300 men, you ugly pig. Waiting for them now, inside the gates of the town. What have you got to say about that? My little John.
And at the edge of the forest, Robin and his men were also waiting. Each man silent with his own thoughts, and then the sun was gone from the sky. Robin stood a little apart, sharpening the blade of his dagger.
Hey, Robin, yes?
Oh, Friar Tuck.
Robin, I've been thinking. Yes, there was something little John spoke to me about before he left us.
Well, what was it?
This Martin Greenleaf.
Oh? Well, go on.
Well, now, John didn't seem to know why, but he said he didn't like the man, didn't trust him.
Now, that's strange for little John.
Yeah. At first, I wondered about it. Then I forgot, and now I'm beginning to wonder again. Now, Martin's willingness to do what he's done. You know, it is possible that he is one of the sheriffs.
No, I can't believe that.
No. You've always been a good man, Robin. That's one of the reasons I joined you. I don't say I blame you if you thought his story was true. But at the same time, if it wasn't.
If he was lying,
Ah.
then little John's capture is on my head. Yes. Why would he be so anxious to risk his life? He doesn't know little John. Why should he care that much?
I should have spoken of this before.
Yeah, and before I might not have listened, which is even more foolishness. Call the men together, Friar. We've got to decide about this.
And they decided. There was no proof of Martin Greenleaf's wrongdoing, but the thought was planted and grew until the fears were shared by all of them. And then Robin made his plan. Meanwhile, at the sheriff's house, for there the lawmaker had gone to eat the evening meal, a servant entered, and close behind was Sir Martin of Matlock.
Sir Martin, you've got word.
Better than that. I've got their plan of attack.
You mean they're coming now?
At nightfall.
Better and better. We're ready. I never dreamed of such quick results.
When the guards are changed in the prison court tonight, that's the signal for attack. I'm to blow 3 times on my horn.
Good. The archers will be posted on the prison wall.
Yes, and pikesmen inside the gates. And once the outlaws are in...
Those that haven't been killed by the arrows...
The horsemen can finish.
We've got him. We've got him.
But that wasn't the first time the sheriff had said these very same words, only to see his triumph melt away through his fingers. A little while later, as the last gleam of sunset was turning from gold to rust and clouds were tinged with purple, a ragged and forlorn figure was seen mingling with the soldiers inside the prison gates.
May heaven bless you, kind gentlemen.
And slowly the beggar made his way closer and closer to the prison door. Then he was inside and sidling up to the guard who was watching the preparations in the court.
Go on, get out of here. I haven't got anything for you. Get out.
Kind sir, all I ask is that you...
Don't make a sound or I'll cut your head off, and I mean it. Back. Get away from the door. All right, quickly. Take me to the dungeon where you're holding Little John. And remember, one sound and you're going to be a very dead man. Faster. Faster.
Yes.
The key. Little John.
That's you, Robin.
Yes.
Oh, man, this time I was certain I'd be dancing at the end of a rope.
Not yet, little man. Guard the key to the chains. Hurry.
Yes.
We've got to get out before the prison gates are closed. There's only a minute. Pretty small odds. We've got to run like hares.
Oh, give me a second to exercise. Oh, this is the dog who hit me while I was chained. Here, 1 second, Robin.
No.
Tilt your head, Master Foul Fellow. Jump more. There. Now, Robin, I'm ready.
Robin and Little John made their way back to the great prison door, and outside into the court where the light of day was almost gone. 2 soldiers were approaching the gate to close it, and in the center of the square stood Sir Martin of Matlock, bugle in his hand, astride away, looking pleased, the Sheriff of Nottingham.
Walk as quickly as you can and as close to the walls as possible. Come on.
Oh, I'd give my lot for my sword or even my stave now. But you shouldn't have come, Robin.
When I say the word, run.
Here, look. We're starting to change the guard at the gates. All I hope is when Martin Greenleaf gives the signal, to blow the brains right out of his head.
Now, run!
A prisoner!
Robin! We'll try for the other side of town, then across the lea, and then we'll... Little John, you're hurt. No, I'm all right. Hip prick in the shoulder. Where are the others? You'll see.
And because of the confusion, Robin and Little John escaped from Nottingham. And as he'd planned, Robin led the way across the lea to a long hedgerow some 200 rods from the town walls. And there they stopped because behind the brush was Robin's entire force. And each man had an arrow ready in his bow.
Give me a sword, one of you, and a bow.
Here, Little John. I had not much hope of giving them to you, but I brought them along in prayerful faith.
Fat old devil, thanks.
Quiet. Quiet now, men. They'll be coming out of the town in a moment. Be ready at the signal.
And moments later, they saw the mounted soldiers ride out. And behind them had run the pikesmen and archers, fanning out in a solid line. The lights of Nottingham were behind them, and where the men of the forest were hidden in darkness, such was not the case with the sheriff's men. The sound of hooves fell upon the stillness, and behind the hedgerow, every string pulled taut, every long bow bent. The slaughter was terrible. Almost every horseman had been unseated at the first volley, and the deadly cloud of arrows continued to fall steadily amongst the sheriff's army. And when finally in complete defeat the archers and pikesmen were falling back, the men in green with drawn swords charged and completed the rout. It was Robin who came upon Sir Martin of Matlock.
This, Sir Martin, is for your treachery. This is for Little John. And this is for me.
And with a tremendous stroke, Robin cut him down. The battle lasted only a few moments longer, and then on a signal from Robin, the men of Sherwood melted back into the darkness and the forest, leaving the field strewn with the sheriff's dead and hurt soldiers. Little John's wounded shoulder was attended to by Friar Tuck, as were the wounds of the others. And then a great merrymaking began, which lasted far into the night. As for the Sheriff of Nottingham, at the first sound of battle, he ran into his house, and locking the door behind him, stood quivering in fear until the news of defeat was brought to him. And then his great courage returned, and he swore a mighty oath that someday he'd go again into Sherwood, and by his own hand bring Robert of Huntingdon to justice.
Under the direction of Norman MacDonnell, Escape has brought you Robert of Huntingdon, adapted by Anthony Ellis, starring William Conrad as Robin Hood. Featured in the cast were Lawrence Dobkin, Edgar Barrier, and Herb Ellis, with Jack Crucian, Vic Perrin, John Stevenson, Harry Bartell, and Peter Leeds. Editorial supervision is by John Meston, and the special music for Escape is composed and conducted by Leith Stevens. Next week.
You are standing at the entrance of a walled Arab town, while behind you, coming slowly through the night, are the shuffling footsteps of a blind beggar who will lead you into a harrowing world of darkness and terror.
If you don't know the difference between a hawk and a horse, that, as the pundits say, is a horse on you. And if you don't know the difference between CBS Radio's Bob Hawke and any ordinary quizmaster, then you'd better take steps. Yes, take steps right to your radio Monday nights and enjoy the quips, the quiz, the merriment of the Bob Hawke Show on most of these same CBS radio stations. This is Roy Rowan speaking. And remember, America now listens to 105 million radio sets and listens most to the CBS Radio Network.
Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall, conductor of this occult omnibus, which stops at your station 7 times each week. It is said of some people that they live in the past, but of course we know this isn't true. Nobody can actually, genuinely, physically live in the past. Yes, it's possible to spend one's life in reverie, in daydream, but live in the past? That's incredible. You can only live in the present. And the present is a vehicle that can only travel in one direction, forward, into the future. At least, that's what we've been led to believe.
You wouldn't want to be 19 again?
No, I wouldn't want to be 19 again.
It's better to be 55?
In some ways it is.
You wouldn't want to be 19? You wouldn't want to be back there?
Back where?
Listen.
Grow up, Bill. Please, grow up.
I have grown up, and I don't like it.
Like it or not, you've got to live with it.
That's where you're wrong. I don't have to live with it. You don't have to live with it either. Come back with me.
Back where?
We can be 19 again.
You're crazy.
There's a key. I found the key.
Bill, please.
Zelda, I've got the key. I know how to go back. Come back, Zelda. Come back with me.
Our mystery drama, Come Back With Me, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Sam Dan and stars Howard Da Silva. The city is a living organism, and because every living thing must one day die, the city must die too. Like the human beings who build it, the city has its periods of youth, maturity, and old age. The city dies by degrees. A house here, a street there, block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood. The boarded-up, shuttered buildings stand empty, decayed, deserted, dead. But that part of the city which still lives continues to go through the motions. It sends water through the mains, electric current to illuminate the streetlights, and police cruisers on their slow patrols. Tonight, Officer Tom Bergen suddenly stiffens to attention behind the wheel of his car and loosens the strap of his holster. Just up ahead, a man is walking slowly along the sidewalk, and anyone out here this time of the night had better be questioned.
Are you okay, sir?
Something wrong, officer?
Oh, no, sir.
Well, then why do you stop me?
I didn't stop you.
I'm walking along the street minding my own affairs, and you accost me as if I were a common criminal.
I already asked you if something was wrong.
Why should something be wrong?
Well, sir,
Is this some sort of search and seizure? Or stop and frisk, as you might call it?
Now, look, sir, you see a person out alone at night in this neighborhood.
But what's wrong with this neighborhood?
What's wrong with this neighborhood?
Is there a better neighborhood in the entire city, in the whole world? You are insulting my neighborhood.
Now, look, sir, I assure you...
You assure me of nothing. You imply that this neighborhood is a hotbed of vice, of crime, eh?
I didn't say that.
That was a nasty insinuation in your voice.
Well, I only wanted to make sure
There's an insult, and it's a fighting insult.
Now, look, you're just getting excited over nothing.
This is my neighborhood, and I'll fight for it. For how can man die better than by facing fearful odds for the ashes of his fathers and the temples of his gods? Well, how can he?
I don't believe he can.
Macaulay wrote that. Thomas Babington Macaulay. And when I was a kid, that's what we were taught in high school. They don't teach Horatius the Bridge anymore. You know that, don't you?
Well, yeah, I guess they don't.
You know why, don't you? Because it's not relevant. You hear that? It's not relevant. That's a great new word today. Relevant.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Look, how would you like to...
Honor, duty, respect, these things, they just aren't relevant anymore.
Why don't you get in, mister, and I'll give you a lift home?
And I'm not relevant anymore, either.
Now, look, it's very late, and you look to be a little unsteady on your feet.
Tell me, officer, look me straight in the eye and tell me, what is relevant today?
Like I said, it's very late.
Oh, no, it's early. It's very early. The crowd is first starting to get together at Morrissey's.
Morrissey's?
Jack Morrissey's. You mean you're the cop on this beat and you never heard of Jack Morrissey's? Everybody from the neighborhood goes there.
Oh, sure. There used to be a Jack Morrissey's saloon, but you're going back 35 years.
It's here now. Right here.
Look, mister, any minute now it's going to start to rain, so don't you think you better...
It's okay, officer. I'll just go into Morrissey's. See you later.
Sir, you can't go anywhere. That's an old, condemned, boarded-up building.
Oh, you're a pretty good guy for a cop. Come on in. Let me buy you a beer.
Well, where are you going?
Where do you think I'm going? Inside, into Morrissey's.
But there's no such place.
Are you sure you're okay, officer? The joint's jumping. Can't you hear? Can't you hear the music?
No, sir. I don't hear a thing.
Listen. Don't you hear that? On the jukebox.
The jukebox?
Don't you know what a jukebox is?
Yes, sure.
I got the stuffy old prof, Doc Carberry, and one night the gang of us invite him down here, to see how the people live.
It's starting to rain.
And you can hear this jukebox in Morrissey's. You hear how loud it is?
But I don't hear nothing.
Can you believe it? Old Doc had never seen one before? What's that, he asks. It's a jukebox, I answer. Oh, he says, probably named after a member of the Jukes family. You don't get it, huh? Well, in psychology, you study this very retarded family named Jukes.
Look, the rain's beginning to come down very hard.
It's a classical clinical study.
There's nothing there.
Hey, take your hand off me. I said I'm going into Morrissey.
You can't go in there. The building is condemned. You see what the sign said?
I said take your hand off me.
Yeah, but... Now, look here, mister. I can see you're... I don't want to have to use force, but I warn you. Don't you swing at me again.
Let me alone.
Now, come on.
I'm going inside there.
No, you're not going anywhere, mister.
Let me alone, I said.
Hey, come on.
I can't push me around. I'm up.
Yes, you're up.
Zelda, hey, what time is it?
It's almost noon.
Noon? I didn't wake me. I have to be at the office.
Bill, don't get out of bed.
What are you talking about?
Dr. Davis said he wants to see you as soon as you're awake.
What for?
Bill, you don't know what for. What happened last night?
Last night?
A policeman brought you home.
What are you saying?
There it was midnight. I answered the doorbell, and you were practically draped over the policeman's shoulder like a sack of wheat.
You're kidding.
Bill, the cop said he didn't want to book you.
Book me?
For assault. You were obviously disturbed. He felt that treating you like a criminal wasn't the answer. He was a very decent cop.
Zelda, what is all this about?
I must say, in addition to everything else, the publicity could have been the last straw. That's all we would have needed.
Zelda.
Bill, shut up. What were you doing in that deserted, godforsaken neighborhood?
Godforsaken? Don't say that.
Why were you wandering around there?
Why? I don't know why.
Bill, I'm trying to hold on.
What was I doing there? I was looking for something.
What?
If I tell you, you'll think I'm crazy.
I think you're crazy now.
I was looking for you and for me.
All right. I was a fool to ask.
You really don't want to know.
I want an intelligent, responsive answer.
I guess you would. Intelligent, responsive answer. You used those words the very first night we met.
Oh, Bill, please.
We met in Morrissey's. I fell in love with you at first sight.
Western United Industries is making the offer today. How can you talk about...
How can I talk about love?
Our lives depend on it.
Yes, our lives do depend on
Bill,
love.
save us. Let them buy us.
You mean sell out?
You can call it whatever you like. It's our only chance to get out of debt, to save something from the wreck.
What wreck?
Now, Norman's had some preliminary discussions with their attorney. It's a fair offer.
I remember. I walked into Morrissey's that night, and I saw you sitting there. You remember the tune that was on the jukebox? Listen.
Listen to what?
Can't you hear it? It's Dorsey himself on the trombone.
Bill?
He's gone. But how great he
Bill,
was.
will you please try to concentrate?
Oh, can't you hear it?
No, I can't hear it.
You didn't have to kill us.
Now, look, Bill. You try to relax. I'll have Dr. Davis come over here right away.
There's no point to it. You want him to convince me to accept some basic facts of life? Well, I accept them. I'll go down there and sign my death warrant.
Why do you have to call it your death warrant?
Because that's what it is.
It is nothing of the sort. You'll still run the company. Hundreds of small businesses have been taken over by big corporations.
I don't want to talk about it.
They still want you to manage it.
I said I'm willing to do it. Why do we have to talk about it? Now, let me shave and get dressed and get down to the office.
Wear the new dark suit.
Oh, absolutely. Dark has always been the proper shade for executions. Taxi!
Yeah, mister.
I'll go to South Broadway in Torrance.
And we're off. Well, don't look too good, does it? Ain't this gonna be a war?
Well, there has to be a war.
Yeah? What do you mean, has to be?
Yeah, figure it out. Nobody was willing to stop him when it was easy. Who's going to do it now that it's hard? You just keep grabbing and grabbing until nobody will have any choice.
Just who are you talking about?
Who do you think I'm talking about? Who else is there to talk about? Hitler.
Hitler? Oh. Yeah, well,
I guess that sounded crazy to you.
No, not really.
Sometimes I kind of, I go back.
Oh, well, that's perfectly all right. I go back all the time myself.
Do you?
Oh, I don't know if the old days were better or if it's just that we were younger. I tell you one thing, the music was better. What great bands they had in them days, huh? Marie, the dawn is breaking. Marie, you'll soon be waking, Duddy.
Driver.
Huh? Yeah?
I changed my mind. Take me to 280 LaSalle. I even remember the number. It's the corner of Tremont.
Oh, yeah. You just made yourself a deal. Hey. You sure you want to go there?
I'm positive.
But that neighborhood, there just ain't nothing. Okay. You're the doctor. Tremont, just off LaSalle.
210. Keep the change.
Hey, you mean you want to get out here?
That's why I came.
Mister, listen, for blocks around it's deserted. It's all coming down. I mean, you can even hear the wrecking crews. Some of these buildings, they got junkies, all kinds of weird characters. It ain't safe.
You know, you're a character. I'm just going into Morrissey's. Check Morrissey's.
Morrissey's?
Yeah, but all the cab drivers seem to be characters. Is it part of the union rules? Can't you hear the music?
Music?
You were just singing it. Hear it?
Well, I tried. But like they say, to each their own.
Hello, Jack.
Will you look at who's here? Billy Boy himself.
Well, can we say that Morrissey's lives? Let me give you some actual data. Jack Morrissey opened a neighborhood bar in 1933. In 1941, he closed it when he enlisted in the Army. Jack Morrissey was killed in North Africa at the Kasserine Pass in 1942. The place was never reopened. But here we find ourselves as part of the busy, happy crowd at Jack Morrissey's. How do you account for it? Well, you know we account for everything, eventually. And part of the accounting will occur when I return in just a few moments with Act Two. I would give 1,000 tomorrows, a poet said, for just one of my yesterdays. Well, today is yesterday for Bill Harlow. He has just walked through a door, and almost 35 years have suddenly fallen away. The far away and the long ago has just become the here and the now. Here he is in Morrissey's, where the college crowd hung out. And here are the girls, just as he remembers them, with their hair parted in the middle, high in the front, and curled up at the shoulders. Here are the guys, in sweaters and pleated pants and loafers. And the music. Oh, that music.
Well, how are you doing, Billy?
I may just enlist.
Oh, now that's a drastic step.
Well, might as well get in there first.
Never be first in anything, Billy. Let some other guy do the spade work. You see what I mean?
Who's around tonight, Jack?
Well, there's your old buddy Norman. Nice dish sitting there with him.
Yeah, very, very nice.
I think she's giving you the eye.
No, she belongs to Norman.
No woman belongs to nobody.
What do you want me to do, steal her from my best friend?
He'd steal it from you, wouldn't he?
Hi, folks.
Uh-oh. What are you doing here?
I just fell in love, Norman, with that girl you're sitting with.
Now, what kind of an answer is that?
Well, I think you could call it an intelligent, responsive answer.
Oh, you could, huh?
Absolutely intelligent because he shows good taste.
Mm-hmm.
And responsive because it answers the question. What's your name?
Bill Harlow.
Billy, get lost.
My name is Zelda Newsom. Come on, sit down.
Thank you.
Where were you all this time?
Hey, Normie, we mustn't let the music die. Put a nickel in the jukebox.
Wait a minute. I thought this was my day.
Anything by Glenn Miller?
They have everything by Glenn Miller. Normie, do the honors.
Yeah, behave yourself with my date, will you?
Well, you didn't answer my question.
Where was I? Oh, I was out there looking for you.
Well, now you found me.
I would like to give you an engagement ring.
Oh, are we engaged?
Sure. Except I don't have one. I could give you my fraternity pin.
But?
I don't belong to a fraternity.
Oh. Well, I'm not sure I could be interested in a pauper.
Oh, I'm not completely without wealth.
Oh, are you a millionaire in disguise?
You see this?
And what is that supposed to be?
It's not supposed to be anything. It is.
Yes?
Now, the average person would look at this and say it's just a little black pebble.
But it isn't.
This is a small stone. See how highly polished it is?
Uh-huh.
From the tomb of King Tut.
I am impressed.
You should be. It's my most precious possession.
I'll keep it always.
Shall we dance?
Well, if it ain't my old buddy, Officer Tom Bergen. How come you ain't made chief, huh?
Hey, what are you doing in this godforsaken neighborhood?
I'm trying to get out of it.
How'd you get into it?
I had a fare.
You mean somebody wanted to come down here?
Did you believe it? I had a guy wanted to go to LaSalle Corner Tremont.
Next week, that joint ain't gonna exist. The Rackets Ball is gonna lay it over.
No, wait a minute. This was a genuine 18-carat nut. Take me to Morrissey's, he says.
Wait a sec. A tall guy, kind of distinguished looking, a little bit gray.
Yeah, that's right. The guy looked legit. He points to this building that's falling apart. That's Morrissey's, he says, just like it was a live swinging joint, and in he walks.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, thanks, Jerry. Thanks for telling me.
I'll have a couple of beers, Jack, for me and my girl.
Your girl, huh? She come in here with Norman, and I say Norman's gone home.
Well, I would have done the same for him.
What is this gift you got with the girls, Billy?
Well, what can I tell you? You have to be born with it. Or you do without.
Billy, she's just another dame.
You're telling me.
I think that Norman was gone on her.
She made the choice.
I hope he forgives you.
Normie and I, we're like brothers. Blood brothers.
Yeah.
Anyhow, he wasn't sore when he left.
Oh, I seen that big smile of his. But You never know how a guy's taking it inside.
Oh, come on, Jack.
A guy himself may not even know how he's taking it. Like, it may be boiling away deep down where he don't know it. And then maybe 10, 20, even 30 years from now, he could suddenly make you pay the price.
I could stand here and be enriched by your wisdom forever, Jack, but the most beautiful girl in the world is sitting there at the table waiting for me.
Well, what was that earnest conversation you were having with mine host, Jack Morrissey?
Oh, just man-to-man conversation.
Tell me about it.
Do you mean I have to tell you absolutely everything?
Absolutely.
Well, Zelda, what is it? What's happening to us?
Hey, Mr. Harlow.
Zelda? She's gone.
Hey, Mr. Harlow.
Morrissey's gone. It's all gone. Where did he go?
Look, Mr. Harlow, you can't stay here.
It was all here. Jack Morrissey's. Don't you understand?
You don't want to get yourself into trouble, Mr. Harlow.
It was here. July 30th, 1939. The night I met Zelda. She was Norman's date.
Yeah, sure, but...
Don't you patronize me?
No, I won't. I'll tell you straight out. You imagined it.
I didn't. It was real.
Okay, so it was real to you. So's a dream. But you wake up and the dream is gone, right? And now this is gone, too.
Yes, it's gone.
Well, we better be getting out of here. This place is dangerous.
Morrissey's dangerous?
Yeah, the buildings are being knocked down on all sides, and the vibrations could... come on.
Yes, officer. I'll come along quietly. The policeman is your best friend. That's what my mother used to tell me. Do mothers tell that to their kids today?
I wouldn't know, sir.
No, I wouldn't know either. We never had kids, Zelda and I. Maybe if we'd had them, it might have been different.
Yeah, well, come on. I think we better go now.
Yeah. Wait.
Well, what's the matter?
Look.
Where?
On the floor. That little stone. That little black stone.
So, okay, what about it?
Here. Hey, look at it. It's the stone I just gave to Zelda. This is it. This is the exact same stone.
Now, look, Mr. Harlow.
On July 30th, 1939, in this place, I gave a girl named Zelda Newsom a little black stone. And here it is. How do you account for it?
I don't know. I can't account for anything. All I know is that this joint's been deserted for years, and the law says no trespassing. So do we go?
All right. Let's go.
Bill.
Hello, Zelda. Norman.
Bill?
Is that all you can say? Hello? What are you doing here at home?
Well, it's obvious. I've been listening to one of my favorite records.
Turn that thing off.
It used to be your favorite record, too.
Please, Bill, do you mind? We have some serious matters to discuss.
Oh, we certainly do. We certainly do, Zelda. That night we met, I gave you a stone, remember?
Norman and I waited for you at the office. The man from United Western Industries was there.
You don't remember that little black stone, Zelda?
Bill, excuse me. I have to say this. You did not create a favorable impression.
You said you'd always keep the stone.
Fortunately,
Zelda.
I think we saved the situation.
Don't be so modest, Norman. You saved the situation.
Why didn't you keep the stone, Zelda?
I don't know what stone you're talking about.
Listen to us, and less than an hour ago, we spoke to each other with such love. We were so thrilled. We were so excited by each other's presence.
Less than an hour ago. You are crazy.
We did. We met for the first time. You don't want to remember.
Bill, will you please concentrate? I am trying to tell you, Norman worked out the deal.
Did you, Norman?
Yes. You see, Zelda and I decided...
Zelda and you,
Yes, we have worked very closely on it for a long time, Norman and I.
Norman and you,
Yes,
huh?
Norman and I.
Yeah.
It had to be Norman and me. Who else would have kept the business alive?
You've been very close with Norman, haven't you, huh?
Just what does that mean?
Well, maybe you think you made the wrong choice back there in Morrissey.
Maybe she did. I'd better go now.
No, stay.
Would you have been happier with Norman? Sober, steady, reliable Norman?
Disregard all of this, Norman. We have to discuss what happened today while you weren't there, Bill.
Now, Bill, look, you'll still be president of the company.
That's nice.
But
Ah, the but.
I become Chief Executive Officer in charge of operations.
I see. Well, you know what it proves. Jack Morrissey was right.
Now, what are you saying?
Poor Norman, you kept it bottled up all these years, but you never forgave me, and today you buried the knife.
Bill, I didn't want the job.
Oh, I bet you kicked and screamed.
Won't you try to understand? It's the only deal United Western will accept.
But I don't accept it.
Do you want to know the truth, Bill? The awful, terrible truth? They don't have to give us any kind of deal at all. They can wait a year until you go bankrupt and then just move in and pick up the pieces.
You really don't remember the stone, Zelda?
Can't we have a sensible conversation?
You're getting off lucky, Bill.
Am I? Why?
The truth is, you don't know how to run a company in today's market.
That's true. I believe in quality.
Yes, you justify yourself with that word, quality. But quality is a thing of the past. It costs money. People refuse to pay for it.
As long as I run this company...
When did you ever run this company? I carried you.
Shut up.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm going back to the office, and you should go back, too. We have to meet with the United Western people.
Well, you sure spoke your piece, didn't you?
Huh? Oh, Bill. You were a big, friendly boy with the gift of gab. But after a while, it all wore a bit thin. Goodbye.
You better go back to the office.
Yes, let's go back. But not to the office. Let's go back to Jack Morrissey's.
Jack Morrissey is dead and gone. And you and I can't do the Lindy anymore.
We were happy. We were so happy.
Because we were children. You never wanted to grow up, accept responsibility.
Wouldn't you like to go back to when we were really in love?
You're still a kid, and you still ask a child's questions.
But I've gone back. Once again, I felt that thrill. The thrill I knew the night we met.
You even sound like a song of 30 years ago.
I saw how you looked. You didn't have a line on your face, a doubt in your heart, a worry in your head.
Please, Bill, go to the office, salvage something.
I have to go back. I can't live here anymore.
What do you mean by here?
The present.
The present is all we have. The future never comes, and the past is dead.
This time, I won't let anybody break into it. I'll know how to hold on to it. Come back with me, Zelda. Come back.
It was Albert Einstein who said, the past, the present, and the future are all mixed up. You can go forward in time, and you can go backward in time. Exactly how is not crystal clear, but the theoretical possibilities are accepted by science. Backed by such assurances, we can certainly give Bill Harlow a little bit of credence, can't we? I'll be back shortly with Act 3. The promise of youth. Who has seen it fulfilled? Not most of us, that's for sure. And so, maturity becomes a matter of more or less graceful reconciliation between the dreams of the boy and the realities of the man. We say more or less gracefully to describe the reconciliation, because while there are people who accept failure with very little grace, at least they do accept it. Then we have Bill Harlow, who refuses to accept it at all.
Come back there with me, Zelda. Zelda, you and I, we're still there. We're still sitting in Jack Morrissey's. We never left.
Bill, how can we be sitting in Jack Morrissey's if we're sitting here?
I don't know, but I was there an hour ago. I think of how beautiful you looked. It breaks my heart.
Bill, it won't work. We're what we are now, what the last 35 years have made us.
No.
You simply cannot accept life.
That's not life. That's death.
Death is also a part of life.
Please, come back.
To Jack Morrissey's.
Yes.
Where you can still get a big glass of beer for a dime, and you can dance all night, and there's no gray in your hair, and only love in your heart, and all the world is friendship and music. Was that the only time in your life that you were really happy?
Is it a crime to want to hold on to happiness?
No. It isn't a crime. It's a delusion, but it isn't a crime.
We can go that.
I don't want to hear any more about it.
But I can prove it. I've got the proof.
You go back to your office and you grow up.
Zelda, I said I could prove it.
You go to the office, or I'll walk out on you right now.
Zelda.
I mean it.
Oh. Come on in, Norman. What's on your mind?
Bill, well, excuse me, the reorganization and... Well, it was decided that this would become my office.
Oh, then I better get out of here right away, huh?
Oh, there's really no hurry. I mean, no. Take a few days.
Sure.
Bill, look, I'm sorry we had those words back at your apartment.
We never really were friends, were we, Norman?
I don't know what you're talking about.
And now you're getting back at me for everything.
Now, Bill, I know we can work together and justify the faith that the new management has in us.
Oh, that's a terrific speech, Norman. Terrific. Precise, pungent, and pithy. Well, which one of us answers it? This is now your office, but it's probably for me.
Oh, come on.
Yes?
Mr. Harlow?
Yeah?
You're expected to meet with the United Western people in the conference room in 20 minutes along with Mr. Hollis. And, oh, your wife is here.
Thank you, Miss Bain. Send the dear girl in. So, you and I are going to meet with the new management, and they'll ask questions. And they'll see how bright you are and how stupid I am.
Bill, that is ridiculous.
Is that how you set it up?
Set what up?
It's nothing.
That's right, nothing. It's just old Bill being paranoid again.
I've got to get some figures together. I'll see you in the conference room.
Bill, I know it's hard. It's hard for you to work with Norman as, well, on an adult level, to accept him as an equal. Brilliant Bill plodding Norman. But you need each other.
You mean you really don't remember the stone, Zelda?
The stone. King Tut's royal stone.
Then why did you pretend?
Maybe I wanted to forget.
Why?
Because so much has happened to us.
Zelda.
But don't try to rake it up, Bill.
Let's have it out.
All right. All right. Let's talk. About Marie.
I was never in love with Marie.
That didn't make it any easier for me.
I thought we agreed to forget about Marie.
I never said I would forget Marie. I only agreed not to let her break up our marriage.
Zelda, she was the only one in all these years.
Oh, the only one? Well, I think that calls for some sort of medal.
How long did it last? A couple of months?
And what's a couple of months in a lifetime,
You promised you'd never forget that stone.
Oh, yes, the stone. That was the day I learned I had an associate.
Zelda.
Another partner in my marriage. You know what I did with that funny little black stone, which you said came from King Tut's tomb?
Well, it really didn't.
Oh, I always knew that. I went for a walk on the Starrett Street Bridge, and I stopped at the rail over at the middle of the river and had a wild idea to throw myself off the bridge. But I threw the stone instead. And by now, it's sunk deep into the riverbed, under 100 feet of water. So you see, it's gone.
Zelda, if we could get that stone back.
Oh, sure.
That stone. The stone I gave you the night we met. The night it began for us.
That stone is gone. It's gone forever. It's gone beyond recall.
No.
Bill, you have to grow up. You have to accept it. Because the stone is like the past. Dead. Buried. You cannot bring it back.
I have brought it back.
Oh, Bill, please.
Look. Look here. Look at what I have in my hand. Take it.
What is it?
You know what it is.
That can't be the stone.
You remember. You took it to a jeweler. You had our initials engraved on it. B.Z.
You found another stone just like it.
Hold it. Look at it. Feel it. It's the stone. Our stone.
I threw it off the Starrett Street Bridge. Nobody could ever find it.
But I went back and found it before you threw it away. I went back to the night of July 30th, 1939.
You couldn't.
We were 19 years old.
I don't believe it.
We're still 19 years old. Come with me. I'll prove it. We're in Jack Morrissey's at the corner of LaSalle and Tremont, and we're 19.
It's impossible.
Listen. Don't you hear the jukebox? It's playing the slow tune. Let's go back. Let's be 19 again.
But...
It's another chance. It's another chance to live another life, and this time I'll know better. This time I won't waste it. This time I'll grow up. Don't you want to be 19 again?
I'm afraid.
There's nothing to be afraid of. What were we afraid of when we were 19? We didn't know what the word meant.
It's gone. The neighborhood, it's all gone.
Hurry. We're not supposed to go into the building.
Why?
Because... Oh, it doesn't matter. Here, this is it.
This was Jack Morrissey.
It still is inside. Now, let's duck in quickly. Before we're seen.
I'm afraid to go in there.
Why? Hurry before somebody comes along.
It's a crazy-looking building. It looks as if it'll fall apart any minute.
Come on in.
But can't you see there's nobody inside?
There isn't? Listen. Do you hear it? What are we waiting for? It's July 30th, 1939, and we're about to meet for the first time. You see that table near the wall? That's where you were sitting with Norman. Go there. I'll join you in a minute.
Well, it's Billy the bridegroom. And how's married life?
I recommend it highly. Try it, Jack.
Oh, I've done without it for 40 years. You look handsome in that uniform, Billy.
Why don't you enlist, Jack?
If we get into the war, I will. No. This round's on me, soldier boy.
Well, it's about time. See, darling? It's just as it was the night we met.
Something's wrong.
What are you talking about?
If this is the night we met, where's Norman?
Norman?
It was Norman who brought me here. I was his date, remember?
Well...
And you're in uniform. This can't be July 30th, 1939. You didn't enlist till August of 1940.
Well, what's the difference?
Look at the calendar over the bar. What does it say? Tell me.
December 6th, 1941.
Tomorrow is Pearl Harbor.
Well, what's the difference if we pick up our lives on December the 6th, 1941 or July 30th, 1939?
We were here that night. I remember.
So do I.
I remember. Everybody who was in this place.
What's to remember? You can see them.
There's Jack Morrissey behind the bar. Norman isn't here. He wasn't then either.
Zelda?
No, listen. There's Tommy Burke. And Fred Novak. And Bert Ullman. And Jacqueline Myers. And Kitty. And Edith.
Of course.
And all of them are dead today.
They can't be dead today. Here they are.
I don't mean December 6th, 1941. I mean now. The boys, every one of them was killed in the war. The girls. Jackie died in childbirth. Kitty was killed in an accident. Edith had an operation and she never recovered.
What does this have to do with...
Don't you see? It won't be different. It'll be all the same. We'll do it the same way again.
No, Zelda, no. We'll make it different.
How?
This time we'll know better.
Why? How will we know better? We'll have forgotten. I'm starting to forget already.
Zelda, don't be afraid.
I can't help it. Look at this place. It's the place of the dead.
Don't say
that.
The
dead. Everything is dead here. All these people are dead now. The music is dead. The building is dead. And if we stay here, we'll be dead, too.
No. This is where we can start a new life.
Let's get out of here.
Oh, how can you say dead? Can't you see everybody? Can't you hear the music?
No. I don't hear anything. I don't see anything. I'm in an old, battered, broken-down building. The ceiling is going to cave in any minute. The walls are ready to collapse.
Why do I hear it? Why do I see it? Why is it so real to me?
Because you need it.
All right. You need it, too.
No. No, I'm not afraid to live, to grow.
Where are you going?
Home. Please, come with me.
Home? I'm home now.
They're tearing down the building. Do you want to stay and die?
I'm gonna stay and live.
Goodbye, Bill.
Zelda. Zelda.
Hey, you! Bring that ball! Hold it! There's someone in the doorway of that building!
Wait! Wait, my husband's inside! He's in there!
Hey, clear, lady!
No, somebody go in and get him!
No, nobody can go in there now, lady. Look!
Oh, my God, no!
They never found his body. But then again, they never found the bodies of anyone else inside the place either. All the people who were in Jack Morrissey's the night of December 6th, 1941. Maybe Morrissey's is a state of mind. After all, doesn't everyone have a private...
Tired of the everyday grind? Ever dream of a life of romantic adventure? Want to get away from it all? We offer you Escape.
Escape, designed to free you from the four walls of today for a half hour of high adventure.
You are on a planet of desolation and utter ruin, awaiting the return of your comrades to carry you to safety, while the remains of life about you, crawling and evil, are slowly hemming you in and ruthlessly tracking you down to your death.
Listen now as Escape brings you Charles Smith's unusual story, North of Polaris.
Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you read me, Joe?
Loud and clear, R5S5. All ready, sir.
How is he?
Well,
How do you feel, Mac?
Scared, sir?
Now take your time out there. Be very sure.
Quiet.
Can you see him?
Not yet, sir. Yes, sir, there he is.
Mac, what's it like out there?
Nothing much to see.
You feel heavier or lighter than usual? Can you move about easily?
Just like at home.
What about atmosphere?
I'm turning off my oxygen unit and opening the intake valve.
Careful. Not too fast now.
I've cut my supply completely, sir.
Rescue party standing by, sir.
It seems to be okay. Yes, sir, the air is good.
Are you sure?
It's okay. Send them out.
From the port of the spaceship, we could see him calmly walking about on the surface of a planet approximately 20 million miles from our own. All 40 of us had drawn straws. Mac had won. And if we returned home safely, he would be remembered as the first man to touch the soil of an alien planet.
Well, Joe?
I guess I'm as ready as I'll ever be, sir.
Who else are you taking with you?
Stoner. He's good with the camera. Sam, have you got your gear ready?
All right. Now, you know what to do. What I want.
Yes, sir.
Map the area as best you can. Bring me a report on water sources, mineral deposits, vegetation. And if you see any signs of life, try to get pictures. But otherwise, avoid it. You tell the others that's an order.
Yes, sir. Do you think there is life here, sir?
Well, some of our best minds have always claimed there was.
Well, when we get back, we'll set them straight, sir.
Yeah. I'll make our other drops and pick you up at this spot in 48 hours. So you're on your own. Good luck, Joe.
Thank you, sir.
Joe, do you notice anything wrong with this place?
What do you mean, Mac?
Well, look around. You see any trees, bushes, grass, anything growing? You see anything green?
Yeah, that's right. Well, it's probably desert country.
No, look here. You feel the soil.
What?
It's rich enough. Gets plenty of sun, probably plenty of rain. Look at its color. Gray, dead.
Maybe it's like the moon. Maybe this is just another moon.
No, there's air here. There isn't any on the moon.
How you know? You ever been there?
Well, that's what they say, Sam.
Sometimes they're wrong. Well, what now?
Well, we got about 5 hours of daylight left. We'll head north.
I don't like it. It's too quiet. Not even the wind.
What are you trying to do, Mac? Don't you think we're jumpy enough?
How long are they going to leave us here?
48 hours.
That could be a long time.
We started north. It was easy walking over the flat, rolling land, easy because there were no trees or bushes or weeds. There was nothing. Nothing but the gray sky and the gray, dead soil. I was beginning to think that maybe it was only a moon. And then we made camp for the night.
Okay, come and get it.
Well, look here. Beans and K-rations. Just what I wanted.
Oh.
Hey, watch your cans, they're hot.
Now you tell me.
You know the first thing I'm going to do when I get home?
Oh, what?
I'm going in the best restaurant in town and order the biggest steak in the joint.
You're pretty sure you're going to get home, aren't you?
Sure, I'm sure.
Why, aren't you, Mac?
I don't. Hey, want some coffee, Joe?
Yeah, thanks. You married, Mac?
Uh-huh.
Any kids?
Yeah, one, a little girl. She's 5.
Oh. What made you volunteer for this trip?
I don't know. Maybe I just had to. You understand that?
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, you know what I miss? The crickets. You know, at home you sit around a campfire, like at the lake. You hear the frogs and the crickets.
And slap the mosquitoes.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Oh, what's that?
Well, here we are, 20 million miles away from our home. 20 million miles. And yet up there in the sky, we can still see it.
Yeah, I wonder if anybody's looking at this stinking planet and wondering if we made it.
Oh, sure they are. All the scientists, astronomers.
I don't mean them. I mean...
I know what you mean.
You got a family, Sam?
Only my mother. She lives...
Hmm?
What is it? Something's out there. Moving.
It was life. There was life here. And we could see it now, in the dim light given off by our heating unit. It was an ugly, four-legged beast with a hairless body. And from its odor, a scavenger. Like everything else here, it was the color of gray.
All
All right, cut it out. Sam! Oh, that's real smart. You're supposed to be a photographer. Take pictures of what we find.
Oh, lay off him, Joe. It was only a rat, a big rat.
The day broke clean and bright, and we kept walking north doing the job we'd set out to do. And there were no other signs of life, and we'd almost convinced ourselves that the rat had been a stowaway from our ship. For the first time, things felt right.
Hey, Joe.
What?
Hold it.
Stop wasting that film.
What's the matter? Don't you want your pictures in magazines? I've shot everything there is to shoot here. It's all going to look the same.
Nothing. Yeah, I know.
When we turning back?
Tomorrow morning. There. Now, let's take a look around.
What's the use? There's nothing to see. Hey, why don't we start back now? Joe? Joe.
Mac, come up here.
What is it?
On the double. Now, take a look through these binoculars, Sam. Off to the east there. What do you see?
A lake. Yeah, maybe an ocean.
Now, swing around slowly to your left. No, easy. There. What do you make of that?
I don't know.
Oh, what's up? Looks like clumps of stone or cement. Take a look. Give him the glasses, Sam.
Hey, could that be what's left of the city?
If it is. If we found...
Yeah! Yeah! It's got to be!
Sam, you fool! Come back here! But he wasn't coming back. Not now. He'd found the subject for his camera, and he was racing toward it. At the edge of the sprawling stone ruins, we caught up. And he made us turn with our backs to the city and pointed his camera at us.
Welcome to the city. Hold it, both of you, right there.
I should have shaved.
Hey, Mac, pick up a piece of that stone.
Like this?
Okay. Come on, what are you waiting for?
Hold it. Mac, put that stone down.
Hey, you think...
Just put it down.
What's the matter with you guys?
Geiger counter's acting up.
You kidding? What could be radioactive around here?
Mac, lower it near the ground.
Well, what do you know?
Radioactive? What is it, uranium, pitchblende, what?
No. This isn't a natural composition.
Yeah, then what?
Look around you. Take a good look. What's it look like?
Just stone, cement, ruins. What else?
Look at the color of it. The edges.
Yeah. Like it's been burnt. Scorched. Remember what our cities looked like?
They wouldn't know about atomic energy here.
What makes you so sure? I led them on into the sprawling corpse of the great metropolis until we stood near the jagged base of what once must have been a magnificent building.
Mac?
Yeah?
Over there.
What?
Look. Rats.
Yeah. Scrounging for food.
Sure boy.
With each step we'd taken, the radiation had increased. And when it reached the danger point, we turned and started slowly back. We didn't say anything. We didn't need to. We had seen and we knew that this world, this civilization, had committed suicide.
It's getting late. We'd better make camp.
Well, this is as good a place as any, I guess.
Oh. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pooped.
Yeah, it's been a long day. You want to set up the stove, Mac?
Yeah, might as well.
The sky's clouding up in the south. Looks like a storm brewing.
Your film safe, Sam? You think the radiation back there damaged it?
Nah, it's packed in heavy lead foil.
Yeah.
Cigarette, Joe?
Yeah, thanks.
That's funny.
No, what's that?
Take a look out there. No, south, I mean. It's not the sky that's clouding up. It looks like dust. Dust storm.
Couldn't be. There's no wind.
Take a look.
Yeah, but there's no wind.
Well, something's out there kicking up the dust. How far away you figure?
It's hard to tell. 10, maybe 15 miles.
Joe! Joe, look!
What?
There, to the right, about a mile. You see him?
See what?
No, over to your left.
Well, what is it?
People.
You're crazy. There's nothing out there.
Two of them, they fell. I can't see them now either, but I did see them. There, now they're up again.
Joey's right. The people like us.
Hey! Oh, hey!
All right, stop it. Cut it out. Stop it. Look, we've got orders to avoid contact with life here.
But, Joe, they're people, human beings.
You don't know what they are. Just because they resemble us physically, that doesn't mean a thing.
But, Joe,
we got our orders. The ground's higher over there. Let's move over there where we can see them better. Come on. When we made it to the rise, we could see a man and a woman. Two people just like ourselves. Even what was left of their clothing was similar to ours. And they were running desperately. And then I looked beyond them and saw the cause of their fear. Stalking them, slowly closing the distance between them, were 6 of those great, evil rats. We stood there silently, watching the hunters and the hunted. And the longer we watched, the more it became certain that the rats could end the hunt whenever they wanted to. I could see their features now. The woman was much younger than the man. Their faces were distorted by panic and fear. And we watched and waited. And then the old man fell, and Sam and Mac were running, screaming, driving off the rats. Are you all right? Can you understand me?
Yes. Where's my father? I must go back to him.
The boys are with him. It's all right. You speak our language.
Yes. But we were sure there wasn't anyone else in this sector. We thought they'd all gone.
Gone where?
South. They left us behind. They said he was too old, not worth the trouble.
How many of you lived here?
11 of us.
Only 11?
Father and I started out yesterday morning. We thought we could meet them later. And then the rats were... Where are you from?
Outside.
Then there is something left outside.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I was sure. I'd hoped. I knew it couldn't end here.
Come on, we'd better get you back to camp now. Well, they're asleep. Gave them a sedative. She'll be all right, but I'm worried about the old man.
Hey, Joe?
Yeah?
We've been talking. How can they know our language? How?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know, it's like our world, isn't it? After the atomic war, I mean.
Yeah. I remember reading how the radioactive dust spread all over the land, killing everything. Grass, trees, animals, everything. Well, I guess the same thing happened here.
You off your rocket, Joe? We're 20 million miles apart. And our war was over 50 years ago.
Look, don't you think it's possible that life on another planet could have started, advanced, and progressed step by step with ours?
Oh, Joe, now you're talking like something out of one of those science fiction magazines.
Well, what's the matter? Can't your ego accept it? Do we have to be the greatest, these super beings? Everything else in the universe is subhuman?
Oh, wait a minute, Joe.
Oh, knock it off. Let's hit the sack.
Okay. It might be a good idea if one of us stood watch while the other two slept. How about it? Huh?
Sure.
Well, I'll take the first lap, and then you, Sam, and then Mac. Each of us will do 3 hours, huh? And I'll try to get some sleep. The 3 hours passed quickly. My mind was racing, asking if this world was a parallel to our own world. Were all the worlds of the universe alike? I was trying to find the answer when Sam relieved me, and I still hadn't found it when I dropped off to sleep.
but I didn't sleep very long.
Sam! Oh, good Lord, the rats. He must have dozed off. Come on! Oh. Look.
Oh, my. We buried Sam just as the sun rose full above the horizon. And then as we turned to walk back to camp, we saw it. The sky to the south was black with dust. It was closer now, much closer than the day before. And whatever it was out there was moving straight for us.
What do you make of it, Joe?
I don't know. Oh, Jean,
Yes?
does your father feel well enough to travel?
Oh, he's much better. He wants to talk to you.
All right.
Joe, how far away from our rendezvous point?
Oh, about 12 miles.
Have you noticed the dust to the south?
Yes. I was hoping that you could tell us what it was, sir.
It is the army.
The what?
The army. The great army of the rats. The others. Those you saw yesterday and this morning. They were the scouts. Out there is the main force.
Well, why only rats? Why no other animals?
When the war started, the rats were already immune to radiation. They thrived on it when all other life perished.
But why?
We did it. We made them immune. We used them in our early atomic experiments, generation after generation. And generation by generation, their resistance increased until a rat was born who was immune to radiation.
What are we waiting for? Let's get out of here.
Yes, we must run. For now they are the masters, the rulers, and we are the scavengers.
Wait, my father.
Well, if he can't keep up...
Hold it. All right, hold up.
Oh, there's no use going on. Look there ahead of us.
Yeah, dust. More of them.
Behind us. To the north.
Yeah, they've cut us off.
Now they close in for the kill. I told you it was an efficient army. Their strategy is well planned. They've a good general. As good a man as myself.
Father, please try to...
Oh, now, these young men need me, Jean. We're outnumbered. We need time to muster our forces. Perhaps we could make a truce with the rats.
Talk sense, will you?
Gentlemen, be reasonable. We have no other choice. You see how easily they outmaneuvered us? A truce is our only hope.
Make him shut up!
You come over.
Joe, he's crazy. He talks crazy.
Don't let it get you.
How much time we got left before they pick us up?
7 hours.
We'll never make it.
Jean,
Yes?
do you know this sector?
Yes.
Well, come with me, please. Mac, keep an eye on the old man. I didn't know what I was looking for or what I expected to find, but I had to do something. Even walking aimlessly over the scorched stone rubble was better than standing, waiting for the circle of rats to close in. And then Jean found it, an entrance to an underground bomb shelter, one just large enough to hold the average family. We raced back to where we'd left the others, and now we could hear the rats, thousands of them all around us.
Joe, I tried to stop him. He wouldn't listen to us like crazy.
What are you doing?
I couldn't help it. Believe me, I couldn't help it.
He was about 200 yards away, his shoulders back, his head held high, walking directly toward the rats. And in his right hand, he was holding a small white handkerchief, waving it back and forth like a flag of truce. He kept on until they'd formed a semicircle around it. And then he stopped. And all around us, the rats stopped. For a moment, I swear he spoke to them. And then he turned toward us, raised his hand in salute. And then the rats swarmed all over him.
Come on. No, come on, Jean. You can't help me. Come on.
We burrowed ourselves in the shelter. In a few moments, we could hear them overhead, hurtling themselves against the heavy, lead-lined door, their yellow teeth digging at the concrete and steel. But it had been built to stand an atomic blast. It held off the rats. And we waited. For one thing, how long could we stay alive in that coffin? We didn't speak. We just sat there, wondering when they'd break through.
Sure?
Yeah.
What's the use? Let's get it over with.
No. No, they'll give up. They're starving. They'll leave to find some other food.
Hey, Joe. The rats. They're quitting. They're leaving.
Maybe they are. Maybe they just want us to think they are.
No. No, they're leaving. I'm going to take a look.
Mac, don't open that door.
Joe, they're... Now, listen. Listen, it's a ship. Clark and the ship. Come on, Joe. Let's get out of here. Up where they can see us. Hey! Hey! Down here! Hey!
Well, Gene, we can go out now. They've gone.
What?
It's all over. We're safe now. We can go out.
Out? Out? Oh, I can't believe it.
We're going to take you back with us. Away from this. Now, come on.
Oh, no, please. Please, I'm afraid.
Afraid?
Don't you hear it? That noise?
But that's our ship. Here, I'll show you. Look, you see the landing.
Ship? I don't understand.
But the one that brought us here.
Brought you here?
Yes.
Where did it come from? Europe? Asia? Where?
Europe? Asia?
Oh, I knew we hadn't destroyed all of the Earth.
Earth? Is that what you call this planet? Earth?
This is the Earth. You. Where are you from?
What? Way up there. Just north of Polaris.
Under the direction of Anthony Ellis, Escape has brought you North of Polaris by Charles Smith, starring William Conrad as Joe, with Hy Averback as Mac, and Eddie Firestone as Sam. Featured in the cast were Vivi Janis, Ralph Moody, and Frank Gerstle. The special music for Escape is composed and conducted by Leith Stevens.